Hello and welcome back to Paul for Initiative, a tabletop role-playing stream where the audience influences the story. I, of course, am Ben and/or Benjamin, as I'm known on the internet, and with me, I have Seth, otherwise known as NB Banshee, who'll be serving today as your dungeon master. Go ahead and say hi to everyone, Seth.
Hello. How are we all doing today? Welcome to the stream. I hope you have all had a very nice day and a nice week and a good Pride Month so far.
Well, it is the first of the week, so I don't know that you can have a
Well, I
guess you could have a good week, but it's a very short week.
I meant like last week, but I hope you had a good weekend.
Fair enough.
Welcome back, friends.
I went to the most liberal protest of all time over the weekend.
Yeah. Speak on that.
It was fine. Ultimately, it's still good, but it's like it was very unfocused as far as protests go. Ultimately, I think the fun of it comes from the fact that it pissed off Trump, which that's just fun.
True.
But no, that's just good time. That's just a good time. But no, I just saw a lot of like signs that were very like, come on, man. Like there was one person who had a sign that was like, if Kamala had won, we would all still be at brunch or whatever. And it was just like, speak for yourself, bro. Like that is simply not the case. Although I did hear there were some way cooler protests that were going on other locations, but this one was like, it was like they clearly had permits because like police were directing traffic, and it's like, it's like, are we really disrupting anything by being here? Are you really disrupting if you ask permission to protest? I don't know.
Yeah, it's rough time, innit?
Yeah. But all good.
I thought it was very funny.
It's still fun.
Yeah, I'm glad that there were so many protests. I feel like I heard something like people were saying it was the largest protest to date in America or something like that.
There were certain cities that definitely had like bigger numbers than ever before in a protest. So it's good in that it demonstrated like, discontent. Like I feel like it's easy to like when Twitter exists as it does now, and like Facebook exists as it does now, like it's very easy to like be like, damn, everyone is so fucking right wing, and it's like, no, those ideologies are still very fringe. Like most of America is normal people.
I mean,
I think going to stuff like that like helps put it in perspective and helps like ground you a little bit, which is nice.
Yeah, I think it's important. Also, so fucking funny that his stupid little birthday parade was like empty, like so quiet you could hear the squeak of the tanks as they went by. Like, oh man. Devastating.
He looked deeply upset. He started falling asleep at his own shit, which was so funny.
If I threw
even he was bored.
If I threw a parade for my birthday and it was silent, I would I bet I wouldn't handle it well.
You would do what we're all hoping Trump does.
Yes, yeah.
When it happens.
Yeah. True. When it happens, I'm taking the day off just to throw a little kiki. Yeah. But anyway, I hope that all of you had a good No King's Day. I hope you're all having a good Pride Month. And I hope that you're all ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons, because that is what we're here for at the end of the day.
I hope you've all been being gay. If you haven't been being gay, then your time's running out.
Yeah.
You will be hunted for sport.
Yeah. You can't be not gay during Pride Month. It's illegal. Anyways. But yes, welcome back, everybody. I do want to say For anyone who is like curious with the next couple episodes as we wrap up the Hecna arc, the first act of Pull for Initiative Descent, what that's gonna look like. And I feel I feel an obligation to let you know that it is going to be mostly plot heavy combat. With some other stuff kind of sprinkled in to make it, you know, just not pure combat the entire way through, because I would personally lose my fucking mind if I was put through that.
And we don't mean plot in the book talk way where the plot is they all are kissing and having sex.
Yes, true.
Or maybe we do.
True. When was the last time we've had a poll? Yeah, it's been a while. And it's because most of the stuff has just been combat. Like, there hasn't been anything meaningful to poll for.
Mm-hmm.
Is that gonna be on the next poll?
Yes. How many dudes do I kiss?
How many men has Ailstain made out with ever? Go.
At this point, I think he has like seduced everyone in the party at one point or another, which is very funny.
That. I feel like
I think so. I mean, the first thing Ambrose did was flirt with him.
Yes, but
so
that's the first thing Ambrose
in the bag.
does when he meets anyone is flirt.
Doesn't matter. I'm sorry. Is it just because the goal is easy means that it's not a goal? It's still a goal.
That's true. I don't know. I feel like Kaz is hard to seduce.
He touched Ailstain's ass.
But that's just for funsies because it's Pride Month. He doesn't actually like you.
Sure.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I think everyone is seduced by Ailstain, and Ailstain's just existing.
Yeah. Hey, that's what it's like. Damn, I guess we like can't all fucking be winners like Ailstain, can we? Huh?
It's like it's like the Persona 5 effect where it's like everyone is just in his party and letting him lead them because he's everyone's boyfriend.
All of them are gay for Joker persona. Like is so he's very gender, very slutty, very gay.
He's everyone's boyfriend.
I love that man.
Or like Leon Kennedy. Everyone hangs out with Leon Kennedy because he's everyone's boyfriend.
I suppose that is also true.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, anyways, I promise that there will be polls coming up. It's just that these recent episodes have all been like heavily focused on combat, so there hasn't been anything to poll for. But before the end of the Hecna campaign, so in the next like 4 or 5 episodes, there will be some polls. I promise. You just have to trust me.
I really like the way you put it, Johnny, by the way. Is that going to be on the next poll, as if like the polls are like quizzes?
They're like tests.
Is this going to be on the poll?
It's going to be on the poll? Should I study for this?
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, we're going to start quizzing the chat with our polls. And if you guys fail, then bad things happen.
I haven't been taking notes.
If you fail, Ambrose dies.
Oh. Yeah, okay, writing that down. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. You fail the poll, Amber's gonna die. He's dead. He's dead now. I wrote it down. It's canon. It's true. It's real. This is your fault. It is your fault, and you should feel bad. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry,
I didn't make it true.
I'm in a mood today. I don't know what it is. I have been. I'm writing a book, and all I have been wanting to do is fucking write my book, and anytime there's anything else to do, I'm like, leave me alone, I want to write. But I have been really excited to play Pull for Initiative and D&D as well, so I think that allowing myself to take a break from that is kind of like, I have a lot of like built up energy, so
decompress.
Pardon me if I'm weird today. I just I have a lot of weird energy that I don't know how to disperse from my body. But yes, anyway,
that's okay.
I think we should shut up
weird.
now. Yeah, no, I was gonna deny it, but that's true. Okay, anyway, recap. Last episode, honestly, a lot and not a lot happened. You fought and defeated Hecna's first pet in the naughty corner. Snout is dead. You then pinned that on Felix of Felix's elixirs. Hecna then got so mad that a blood moon started. Everyone with clown corruption became feral thralls and started ripping out each other's throats and just tearing shit up. Hecna arrived and burned down.
I don't like the
Felix's
implication that Snout dying like caused them to like become freakazoids. I would have thought that like that would have stopped the clown shit, but I guess not.
No, it was because it's not Snout that does that. Like Snout was the source of the corruption, but it's Hecna's magic. So Hecna, Blood Moon, all of the thralls become feral because of Hecna's like anger.
Well,
because
if Pinky wasn't toast, Pinky's toast now.
Yeah, the Revelia is, if you haven't learned by now, intrinsically tied to Hecna's emotions. So, rip.
Pinky Paste.
No, not Pinky Paste. Well, he was blowing bubbles. Anyway, Damn, you brought up Pinky and made everybody sad. Look what you did.
You're the one that did it. I didn't do shit.
You brought it up.
All right. I'm reminding them of your crimes. I'm reminding them of your crimes. For once, they can't blame me for this. I tried to save her.
And then, yeah, so Hecna showed up, burned down Felix's hut, his elixirs. His elixirs are no more. And then you found Stefano with his little legs broken. And he told you that Arachne had kidnapped the toy maker. And that you must rescue him post-haste. Fuck. I always misgender the toy maker. And I don't know why. They're literally an automaton. There is no gender in that fucking body anywhere. And for some reason, I cannot stop saying he. I think it's because Stefano uses he, him pronouns. But the toy maker uses they, them. And it's kind of like they're always together. Anyway, I'm a bad gay, I suppose. So sorry.
Wow. Identifying the mute character with their interpreter. Ableism.
Well, they don't have a voice box. Okay, anyways. But that's what fucking happened last episode. Anyway, on to the intro. And I will say, just to let everybody know, I think we only have 2-ish intros left. After there might be some for the rest of the
spoilers,
the Revelia arc, but after Act 1,
just spoiling your own show.
After Act 1, there will not be any more intros. Unless I feel they're necessary, but they're to tell a story that is almost over. So, ponder that, if you will. And
okay.
And now, to the intro. We return to the world of Valentis. Many months ago, in the snow and ashen mountains, Dragonhold. We see Aelstein leaving his conversation with Grayson. Grayson disappearing back into the fortress. Aelstein going, as he said he would, to speak to Amber in the courtyard. He arrives back in the space where she was training previously. She has sort of reset up the any of the remaining undestroyed dummies, which there aren't a lot of them left, but there are enough for her to keep the training going. We see her back in her motions, her hair matted, sticky, sweating, stuck to her face. She moves with like the grace and finesse of a dancer at lightning speeds, twirling endlessly, slashing, destroying. These poor dummies.
At some point, you're gonna hit your limit. And I'm calling it now. You ain't getting past the speed of light.
Amber is so enraptured in what she is doing that she does not respond.
I think he kind of idly kicks one of the destroyed dummies and waits there for a while she keeps attacking the dummies, and then speaks up and says, and you can only get so precise. Although, I saw that throw earlier. I didn't even know you could throw a sword like that.
It doesn't seem like she's even really aware of his presence. Her face is expressionless, slightly red from exertion. She's in the peak of her motions, of her flow.
He waits a while longer, just watching her, and then he says, you need to rest, Amber.
Hearing that, she finally stops, although having just slain the final dummy's straw bag, only then does she stop. Sort of heavy breathing, sweat pouring down her face. I ain't tired. Never felt better.
I don't doubt you ain't tired, but I do doubt that you're feeling all right.
Why would you say that?
He approaches now that she stopped swinging, and he leans in to inspect the utterly obliterated dummy in front of her, and he says, because you're doing the thing you always do when you're stressed.
You see that she stands up straight and kind of like pushes some hair out of her eyes. You saying I'm predictable?
You saying I'm wrong?
You know I need to be in peak condition. I can't afford to waste time.
I don't know. Need sounds a little extreme.
You see that she sheathes her sword, kind of having had a minute to catch her breath. It's not. Mara says I'm on the cusp of something great. Says she ain't seen an initiate move like me, you know?
I thought this was about the contract.
It is. She's been monitoring my vitals or whatever closely, and she thinks I'm ready for a few more mutagens tomorrow.
Wait, what? I thought you said no more after the last batch.
Well, that was before I took it so well. You know, I'm getting stronger and faster every time. It's like I was born to do this, Ailstein.
Whoa. Born to do this. What happened to getting what we needed and out of this? What happened to getting what we needed out of this and Bolton?
That was before I knew what I'm capable of. This ain't a bad thing. This is huge, actually.
And what about our friends? We promised them we'd find a way back.
And we will. I can do both.
Unless you hit your limit and get hurt, or spend all your time talking or taking on monster contracts from royals.
You know, I thought you'd be happy for me. I found something I'm really damn good at.
Just because you're good at it don't mean it's good for you.
It is good for me.
It ain't. And if you could snap out of it for a goddamn second, you'd say that.
Snap out of what?
Your delusions of grandeur. You're still a person, Amber, not a machine.
Delusions of grandeur, huh? So what? You want me to just give up? Just like that.
If it were up to me, yeah.
She holds a look of betrayal in her eyes.
He feels a pit form in his stomach, looking at her face.
Well, I guess it's a good thing. It ain't up to you then.
He's quiet for a moment, and then he says, Amber, come on. This is crazy.
I've got another appointment with Amara in a few minutes, so, yeah, I'll catch you later, Elstein. She turns.
Wait, Amber, come on.
She turns and walks away with purpose towards Dragonhold, leaving Elstein standing in the crowd. The crowd of sliced up dummies. The only living
There's a
thing.
crowd?
The only living thing left in her wake. And we move from here back to present day. Back to the
How we all feeling? All smiles?
back
All
to
right.
the crimson cast of the Revelia. All right. So, you are back where you were. You are in Locke's. Oh, that's loud. You are in Locke's shop. Oh my god, where is it? Oh, there it is. What do you do?
I mean, we go to save the toy maker. That's what we were set to do, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you make your way towards the big top.
I roll to save the toy maker.
No. No.
Ooh, that's actually, what modifier would I add to that? Certainly there's got to be proficiency, right? Because I'm like really good at saving people. So that was a 17 plus 3 proficiency. Do I add any skill modifiers? Otherwise, it's a dirty 20 to save the toy maker.
Yeah. It's this skill modifier. It's this one.
Oh, so that's probably intimidation, maybe, or perhaps it's persuasion. Oh, sleight of hand. Sleight of hand. That's what it should be.
So you leave
so plus 2, 22.
the lost and found. You step back into the chaos of the blood moon. Did Neve drop pass without a trace when you entered?
Nope. We're maintaining that shit all the way to fucking the big top.
Okay. I'll say that it's been probably 20 minutes since she cast it. So, well, no, you waited around a little while. I'm gonna say it's...
No, we didn't.
Yeah, you did. You cast it, and then you waited around the food court for a little bit.
Not that long. We just watched what Bedlam, or not Bedlam.
Bedlam.
Yeah, Bedlam was there.
It didn't happen right away though. You chose to hide in the bushes and kind of like wait for a little bit.
Damn, you're trying to take my short rest away from me.
I think that it's probably been about 30-ish minutes since you cast it. So you have about 30 minutes of it left. I'll say this.
Wait, you said 20 minutes.
Yeah. And then I accounted
damn
for
it.
the fact that you waited in the the food court.
So are you trying to say I'm not getting a short rest, or?
What do you mean?
Because we were going to short rest during the Pass Without a Trace. Because it's an hour-long spell.
If you run to the big top, you might be able to take one there.
Okay. Sure.
Great. You make your way through the...
If we can't short rest, we can't short rest, but...
Make your way through the crowds. You spot many of the web, the Arachne's were spiders, sort of acting like, almost like surveillance throughout the Revelia. You get the sense that since the posters are gone, Arachne is maybe trying to make himself more useful by sending his acrobats out to trying to get a lay of what's going on. In Pass Without a Trace, you are... I mean, I have to make you roll just because, but...
You don't have to make me do
I
anything.
do. You gotta roll stealth.
You don't have to do anything.
Because you could roll bad.
You want to. You don't have to.
That's how the game works, unfortunately. Is you gotta roll the dice?
No, having DM'd, you don't have to.
Oh, okay, great.
All right, well, that's almost certainly gonna succeed for Ailstein. That's what? That's 24 plus 10, 34.
Jesus Christ.
For Ambrose, almost certainly gonna succeed as well. That's 17 plus 10, 27.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
As for that, a trace is no joke.
Well, and you're rolling pretty good otherwise as well.
Neve rolled kind of bad. But she got 19 total.
Okay.
And then Kaz rolled pretty okay. 25 total.
Yeah, that median is above 20. So you're good. You dodge and weave. Ben, sorry. I have to stop reading the chat while I'm talking.
I'm just saying, you get to choose the roles. No one's making rules.
You, with the help of Neve, under her cloak of darkness, you dodge and weave through the voracious crowds, all of them in just open combat, people running, screaming, trying to hide. You see a lot of creatures that you haven't seen previously. It seems like all of the things that go bump in the night, all the things that were hiding in the dark, come out when the blood moon rises. You see Sophie's wax creations, hulking figures of stitched flesh and wax. You see buckets of popcorn tip over and all of the popcorn skitters to a nearby creature and begins to consume it. You see what appears to be a person, and then as it shambles past you, you see it is merely a hollowed out husk of what was once a person, now filled entirely with tiny popcorn insects. They're writhing, undulating, all under the skin, working together to make it move in any sort of way.
I think as they pass it by, Ailstein leans into Ambrose and he points out and he says, You still wanna eat food from here? You still feeling hungry? You wanna chow down on something from the fairgrounds?
Ambrose looks sick. Ambrose looks like a little green, and he's like, "Shut up." He said, "Don't talk to me."
I was just saying you were saying you were so hungry and you wanted to eat some food from the Revelia. I don't know, just throwing it out there. Anyway.
You sneak past all of these horrific monsters, and approach the big top. You see it has been reconstructed after Heckna's eye fell on it. It appears that you're not sure where the wheel went. It's not there anymore, but the tents have been reconstructed. The crimson light of the moon shining onto the like wondrous red silks of the tent just makes the yellow glow from within like far more menacing than it ever was. You have been in the Big Top before. You took part in the Mentalist show, but oh god, that is so loud. Sorry. I don't play this playlist very often. And so some of the music's pretty loud. You've been here
It hit
before.
the brain reset.
You've been in here before, but as you stand outside it now, though you are unseen, you feel endlessly watched. And you're not sure what awaits you inside. You see many members of the web on nearby buildings, though none appear to be guarding the entrance in any way.
Does Neve seem to recognize any of them?
You see that she's kind of more focused on maintaining the cover of darkness, the Pass Without a Trace, but she's sort of looking around occasionally, though she doesn't seem to linger on anyone particularly.
All right. Well, we go in, I guess.
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you.
What do you mean? Don't say I didn't warn you about this thing that you don't have a choice in.
Okay. Yes. So. You see...
I hate that little child. That little child that's running around in that image. I hate him.
It's a child of the candy corn.
I hate him. Dislike that child.
You see, where the tent is usually alive with cheers and applause, as there's kind of always a show going on here. It's always been rowdy. There is now only an eerie quiet. Cobwebs hang thick and heavy from the fabric walls and cover the ground. The exit out of the welcome room flapping in the wind behind you. You notice in the rafters above were spiders. They don't see you, but you see that they seem to be waiting for something in anticipation, their faceted eyes trembling. You see before you the curtains separating the antechamber from the stage of the big top. The entrance is shrouded in darkness. Though as you... Well, do you approach?
I mean...
Or are you going to take your rest in here?
We were hoping to get like a visual on the toy maker.
You don't see any signs of anyone but the were-spiders above in the welcome room. Though you have a feeling that if you step beyond this room, you may not get the chance to rest.
Then I guess we'll rest.
Okay. You all take a short rest. You kind of
Okay.
post up near the welcome desk and wait. Just sort of... Well, yeah, you can't really say anything because Pass Without a Trace does not cover sound. Let's see. How many hit die? Let's see. Kaz is at full health. Neve will use... Neve will use 2 hit dice. To regain. Yeah, now she's at full health. And
I'm gonna use 3.
Ambrose will use 2 as well. And he's back at full health as well. Fantastic. So all of you return to full health. Or
Well,
what did you get?
realized I rolled a D100 instead of a D10. Whoopsie.
You regain
I regain
100
86 health. Unlucky on the first roll, but very lucky on the second roll. That's 17 plus 6, so 23 healing.
Okay. So does that bring you back to full?
So I'm at, yep.
Okay.
I'm at full.
Fantastic. All of you rest. Let your wounds heal. Though not all of your spells and abilities have returned. It is good to at least have some healing. Have a little bit of rest as you attempt this rescue.
Yeah, well, it's especially important for Ailstain specifically because he gets warlock spell slots. So,
Right.
like, they recover those with short rests, not long rests. Well, also long rests, but
Short rests as well.
you get less spell slots because you can recover them every short rest, is what I'm saying. There's a joke in the D&D community that after every fight, warlocks need to take a little nap.
True. So, after the full hour passes,
I think we can we like be like in the stands or something, like resting.
you are in the welcome room. The curtains to the stage, you have not entered.
Is there like a bench or something in there?
Sure.
I want to have us like post up and look sexy in the welcome room, so that
Okay.
like when the shroud drops, anyone in there just sees us all looking sexy.
Fantastic. The shroud drops. All of you are posed. How are you posed on this bench?
I mean, Ambrose for sure has to be like, you know, tits out a little bit and also bending over to show his ass a little bit, right? Because
Okay.
that feels very Ambrose.
For sure.
I think they're like standing behind the bench, right? Like Ambrose is behind the bench. I think Neve is on the other side behind the bench. I don't know how you would have her posed up. I think Kaz is maybe the only one that is maybe awkward about posing sexy. I don't know how you would have him pose, but like I'm thinking like at least like kind of like doing that like douchey thing where like he looks down his nose at you. And then I think Ailstain is posed up with like he's like laying across the bench, like head on his on his hand, and like hand splayed out, just like posing like fucking the dude from fucking Jurassic Park.
Okay, great.
Oh God, what's his
Jeff
goddamn name?
Goldblum?
I can't. Jeff Goldblum. Shirt open a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
And then it's just like the spell drops and we all just appear looking sexy.
Yeah, Neve's got like her hands behind her head and like her chest like propped so that her tits look really good.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, Kaz is kind of just standing there like he thinks this is really stupid. And is silently questioning his choices and why that he's here.
It's incredibly important that we look sexy while slaying on this, or I think ALC is the only one on the bench. I think the rest of them are like posing with the bench. You know what I mean? He's splayed out across it.
Yeah, great. The shroud drops. You see all of the were spiders in the rafters. All of them turn to look at you at once. All of them tilt their heads at you, and kind of like you hear like chittering, like whispers.
Yeah, I bet you feel like idiots, don't you? Take a picture, it'll last longer.
You see one of them whips out a camera. You see a flash.
Oh, pose. Get my good angle.
From you
Start voguing.
They all see you, but none of them move. They're all just sort of looking at you. And from the dark opening of the tent, or leading to the stage area, you hear the sort of sing-songy, sneering voice of Arachne.
Yeah.
He says, Hecna's hungry spiders climbed out the old big top. Down shone the moon just like a big blood drop. Out came the traitors, and they would know it soon, that Hecna's hungry spiders hunt best in the blood moon.
Man, you really killed the sexy vibes in here. He like stands up and dusts himself off. He's like, I can't work under these conditions.
There is only silence. You see that the curtain drops. And the entrance is the curtain to the stage drops, and so now it is just like total blackness on the stage. And you see that quickly the acrobats flip down from the rafters, and they form like an acrobatic pyramid formation and block the exit. However, they don't move to approach you.
I mean, like, we're obviously not, why are you blocking the exit? We came in and we snuck right past you. It was not hard.
They don't say anything. You see one of them, they're like 6 of their eyes like twitch.
It's like, all right, posturing, I guess. Yeah, you look real tough, real scary.
You see Kaz is like, all right, like, okay, like, oh, only one way forward, like we weren't going that direction anyways.
Oh no, whatever will we do?
Oh no.
Cause I'm trembling in my boots.
Oh shit. You hear that? Just trembling. You see that Neve is looking off into the darkness. Some hesitance and anticipation sort of built in her.
She's gonna have to kill her ex.
She is the first to step onto the stage.
Oh, well, okay. That's not a good idea.
Well, she takes
Well,
she takes a step forward, like to go in.
Okay. Yeah, let's send the armor class 13 fucking druid in first. Yeah.
She's pretty
yeah, go
tough.
on and go on. Yeah, okay. Everything will hit her and she will die. She has the least health out of all of us.
The longer you wait to go inside, you hear Arachne being like, "Oh, come on. Aren't you coming to save your friend?"
We're not waiting. We go in.
Okay. You enter onto the stage. You see that as you enter into the sort of arena stage, you just see countless were-spiders climbing in and out of the tent. Their skittering movements, like you can hear it on the canvas above you. As you step out onto the main stage, the familiar sort of sand arena where you fought, the were-spiders and where you took place in the Mentalists show.
Mm-hmm.
You perhaps are expecting the same, but you take a step, and suddenly you are somewhere else entirely.
Hopefully something better than dog shit riddles this time. Oh, the moon. Oh my god, the spider guy gave me a riddle where the answer was a spider? That's crazy.
You are transported to an autumnal clearing. There we go.
Damn, he's trying to take me on a date? Buddy. I know I look sexy, but come on.
You see, beyond the web-draped curtains is a small black box theater with no raised stage and simple white lines chalked onto the floor. The empty seats are covered in tattered spider webs, and a slowly swinging chandelier overhead emits a dim glow into the space. It flickers.
I'm confused. There's still stands and stuff? I thought we were like in an autumnal place.
I realized I forgot to say this before you're there. So you walk into the arena. This is what you see.
Okay.
There's a lot to read here. I'm sorry. You walk into the arena.
You're fine. I was just like, wait, there's stands out here? I don't see them.
You see the slowly swinging chandelier flickers and goes out, plunging the theater into pitch darkness. And you hear Arachne's painfully loud voice. Let's spin that web! You hear low murmuring starts with a smattering of hesitant applause. And then the sound of birds chirping rises up as a lush, verdant forest springs to life around you. You see colorful birds tweet pleasantly at another, the wildflowers growing tall from the forest floor. The air is balmy, smelling slightly sweet. Everything here is drenched in soft pink light. In the center of the glade is a figure with the upper body of a human and the lower body of a goat, clinging to a centaur whose human features resemble a woman in thick grease paint makeup, and whose horse part is sort of a dappled gray. Let me put you in this clearing so that you can...
I don't suppose that as part of this module they would have included art for that character, would they?
They did, but it's hard to show you. Okay.
I want to cast Minor Illusion when when Arachne says, "Let's spin that web," and everyone's like nervously clapping. I want to cast Minor Illusion and instead have this echo throughout the room.
Okay, great. Yeah, that echoes all around. And you hear Arachne being like, "This kid's always ruining my show."
I'm always ruining his show, folks. They all start applauding.
You see, as you take in the field, you see this space appears to be about like roughly 60 feet by 40 feet. You're not sure the dimensions, like how high it goes.
So we're fully out of the like place now with the audience.
Yeah, you don't see an audience anymore. You are in a forest.
Okay. So it's not like a forest in the center of the big top. It's we are no longer in the big top. Do I see like a sun?
No. You look up and it's just kind of like ambient light.
Okay.
You see give me a perception check as you look around this place.
I'm just curious if we're like actually out of the big top or if this is all an illusion. Perception. Not great. 13?
One of your companions will give you the help action.
Okay. That's a little better. 17?
Yes.
Bless you.
So, on a 17, you are able to discern that this is a pocket dimension. So you are not in the big top anymore. You're in just like this clearing is all that there is. It's just this clearing.
Wait a second.
What? What?
Let me there's something really quick here.
What?
Are we perhaps inside an item of some sort?
You are not.
But we are in an extra dimensional space.
You are in a pocket dimension. So the Revelia is already...
That is a pocket dimension.
The Revelia is already an extra dimensional space. And this is sort of similar to that. So not in the sense that your bag of holding will explode. It's not
if you say
that
so.
kind.
If it okay, if you say so.
There's a difference.
Okay.
There
I'm gonna accept that there is, because if there wasn't, then we all die.
Yeah, you're all dead. You're all dead now. Campaign over. But no, so you recognize that this is like an equivalent of a pocket dimension. And you also notice that you see, so in the middle of the clearing, you see a sort of satyr-esque person and a centaur. And with that perception check, you can see really thin wired like thread or like webbing, and it is holding them together in like an embrace. So they're being kind of like forced into this like embraced position.
Wait, what? So
there's a satyr and a centaur, and there's webbing that is holding them
both
together.
hugging each other. I thought the web was hugging them. Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
uh,
Is it the same centaur as before?
yes.
Okay.
And
I just want to
then
make sure there's not two centaurs.
you see, one of them is like, you see that they both turn to you. They're unable to move, but they turn to you, and you hear one of them goes, "Oi, oi, oi! Are these why the spider stole our show? Why, you think you can steal our spotlight?" And then, you see that they both seem annoyed at your presence. And then out of nowhere, you see two, it was dark. No, you recognize them. You see two lovebirds, the imp-like Cupid sort of creatures from the Tunnel of Love, fly
Thought you
down.
were dead.
Well, they're the same creatures. They're not the ones that you faced.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
You see that they kind of fly down, and one of them is playing a set of like pan pipes, and the other one is singing in like a really nasally voice.
Look out, guys. Those pipes are pansexual.
You see that
Sorry.
they are sort of flying around the clearing and then start heading towards you. And you see that as they approach, the satyr and the centaur are yanked up, like with the wire up to the top of the space, and are now like spinning slowly as they're like embraced. And you see that as the lovebirds approach you, they're like attached to their feet is a curtain of vines and flowers that are obscuring whatever is behind it as they approach you. And you see that they stop about 20 feet from you.
Okay.
Um,
Why are they up there now?
you see that the lovebirds, you see that she calls out to you, and she says, or one of them, she says,
"Oh, hello there. Would you like to play the new romantic leads in our play? The Centaur and the Satyr."
Completely regardless of your farting noises. You see one of them says,
"It'll be ever so fun, and you're all so perfect for the roles."
and the other one says,
"It's a love story for the ages and for all. Much better than what we had before."
and they like motion to the satyr and the centaur, who are both like, "Hey, you're stealing my show."
No, sorry, we're aromantic. All of us, all four of us, we're all aromantic.
Okay.
Ace.
You see that the lovebirds giggle to each other and then fly upwards, like a curtain reveal. The vines going with them, and you see that behind their curtain, you see somebody who you would recognize as like, they're called showstoppers. They're the workers who have been like sort of running like the rides around the Revelia. You see that they've been dressed like very clumsily in bits of fur and leather in like a really bad parody of a satyr. And then you see a jawbreaker that is riding on a zebra and amalgamation, and they have been like stitched onto it in like a mockery of a centaur's body. Yeah, they the curtain is lifted, you see them, and they charge at you. Roll for initiative.
Oh. What? I thought this was a love story. What?
It is a love story.
This is a terrible love story.
Alright.
No, this sounds more like domestic abuse. I'm canceling this show.
Okay.
You're gonna be so canceled on Twitter.
On Twitter.
Yeah. See, I can say Twitter now because it's not a real thing in the real world anymore. It's X now, so Twitter's the fantasy one.
True. You see, so the Jawbreaker and the zebra are occupying the same space because it's riding the zebra, so they will be considered a mounted combatant.
Oh, okay. Probably gonna have to kill them both regardless. Ailstein got a 13 initiative, and Ambrose got a 5 initiative.
Awesome.
And then Neve and Kaz. Neve got a 14 plus 1, 15 initiative.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kaz got a natural 1. He got an initiative of 3.
We love that for them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And they... Okay, perfect. Oh, that works out really well. Okay. So... those two will act on the same turn.
Is that one's name Fesh?
Yes, it's Fesh and Vioven are the two lovebirds.
Looks like a bad spelling of fish.
Ooh. Alright. And just for the hell of it... Well, no, I'll have them do it later. Alright. Let me change the music to make it perhaps a little bit more appropriate.
Stop trying to make Fesh happen.
Oh, no, that's...
So is the showstopper also part of all this? Or are they like just kind of hanging out?
Yes. So they are playing the mockery renditions of the Satyr and the Centaur.
Okay.
So they are all charging at you. One mounted on a zebra. The showstopper dressed as a satyr. The lovebirds are kind of like swooping through the air, but they don't appear to be like in the combat. They're just sort of like flying around, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So, let me... Yeah, you see that the lovebirds are like flying around and they're like still playing their pan flute and singing their song. So they seem to be the musical note of this play, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, top of the round is the showstopper. They rolled pretty freaking good. What a... Sorry, I did not have any of this shit open. That's my bad. So, the showstopper, the first thing that they do is cast mage armor on themselves. Wait.
Boo.
Yes. Okay. So that's ups their shit. How much does mage armor increase? I forgot. It's +5, right? Mage armor?
I believe it's... I think so. No, I think it's your based on your dexterity modifier.
Oh, it literally says it right here. I'm stupid. Okay. So, a cast mage
So
armor.
if your dex modifier is high, then...
They do that. Ooh. Okay. Give me a...
We're remembering how to play D&D here.
Yeah. Sorry, there's a lot of shit that these bitches can do. So this might... I'm trying to get through this as quick as I can. Give me...
I mean, hey, if you want to get rid of some enemies so the fight is easier for you to manage, that's totally fine. You can totally do that.
Yeah. All of you give me a wisdom saving throw.
See, that isn't making it simpler for yourself.
That doesn't matter. I must.
Well, Ailstain got an 8, and I can't do that on there for them, so I'll roll it separate. Oz got 8 as well, and Neve. Oh wait, no, not an 8. That's right. He gets a +7, not a +2. He got a 13 in that case. Neve got 26.
Okay.
And Ambrose got a 6.
So Ailstain and Kaz and Ambrose all rolled under 14.
No. Well, yes. Kaz got a 13. Yes. So all of us except for Neve under a 14.
Okay. All of you are cursed for 1 minute. Every
Ooh.
time you deal damage to another creature, you take 3 psychic damage.
God.
So
Okay.
mark that down.
Boo.
They cast that spell, and then use their movement to get the fuck away from you.
Coward. Coward.
Let's see, they run to the opposite end of that fucking field. Perfect, and that is the end of their turn, so now it is Neve's turn. I'll mark you guys that are cursed to make it a little bit easier to remember.
So it's Neve's turn.
Yes.
She gets free guiding bolts, so let's cast one of those on the showstopper.
Okay. Roll that.
And I think she also wants to step back like a little bit, like 10 feet maybe. I can't move her. But she guiding bolts, and also yeah, let's have her also enter her starry form archer as well, so she can start doing those arrows as bonus actions.
Okay. You said that she steps back 10 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's going to guiding bolt first. Do that. Where did I put my d20s? There they are. That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume that hits, unless they're like super armored after that mage armor.
That hits for sure.
They're trying to hit that showstopper and blast them to Kingdom Come because we don't want a fucking caster on the field.
Yes, you. That hits.
6, 10, 11. that is 11 radiant damage.
All right.
Honestly, not that great of a roll. And then I'm gonna have her, now that the next attack has advantage, throw one of those arrows at it.
Okay. Sounds good. Go ahead and give me that.
You're never gonna believe it.
Was it a
I
natural
rolled
20?
I rolled 2 10s.
Oh.
But that's a 17 to hit, so
That sure hits.
that'll do it. And then max damage. 12 radiant damage.
Ooh, this thing.
God, the arrow did more.
This guy goes from being right as rain to fucking critical immediately. Neve absolutely unloads her arsenal upon this poor fucking dude dressed as a shitty satyr. He is on his knees, fucking bloody in the ground.
Get him.
Mark
All right.
bloody. Yeah, that fantastic. Neve immediately sick of this fucking situation. She is like, she came here to kill Arachne, and these bitches are in her way. And so she's like, I don't fucking care about you. Get out of my way or die.
And we love that for her.
Truly, we support women's rights and women's wrongs.
This is not a women's wrong.
This is not a women's wrong. All right. Next up is you, Ailstain.
Oh, I thought I was going to be way lower in the initiative. Okay. Well, I get 2 attacks. So since this dude is already critical after 23 damage, I'm going to go ahead and assume he's only got like 3 or 4 health left, if that. So I'm going to throw one of my attacks as an Eldritch Blast over to him. That is a 22 to hit.
That hits. Yeah, that hits.
And we're gonna do 7 force damage.
Oh, you splatter this poor fucking guy all over this forest floor. It makes a sickening sound as he is eviscerated entirely.
Yeah, I wanna say, curse this bitch, and blast him right between the eyes.
Yes. However, because Neve did damage to him, or no, Neve didn't. You just did damage to him, so you do take 3 damage.
Oh, Neve also did damage to him, but she's not
She's
cursed.
not cursed. Yes. So you do kill him, but you do take 3 damage before he dies.
This is gonna be so irritating. All right, I move forward. I wanna activate my Crimson Right.
Okay.
As he glides his sword over his bandaged hand, and his blood like spills on the floor. He says, "You guys have already irritated me." And roll my second attack versus. Can I size them up and kind of get an idea of can I get any idea of what these two are capable of? Do they feel like they're also casters? Are they brawlic type? I know the Jawbreakers are typically brawlic and
so
big buff
this
dudes, right?
Jawbreaker, you've heard while you've been here that there are different cliques of Jawbreakers. So thus far, you have only faced strong arms, which are the big buff dudes. This Jawbreaker appears to be different from them. You see a star.
He's a twink.
On it's a woman. You see a star on her
she's a twink.
bedazzled vest. And you remember vaguely the names of the cliques, and you're like, oh, this is a theater, and this is a Jawbreaker. So I think that this is a starlet.
Oh my god, a theater kid. All right, I have to kill you first.
Yeah. Also keep in mind that these two are occupying the same square, the same space. She is mounted on this zebra and amalgamation. So you're not quite sure. You know that she's a jawbreaker, but maybe she's more like charismatic. You know, she's a theater kid. And then fully just riding a zebra with like 8 legs and like 4 tails and like mouths on different parts of its body. And you're not really sure what the fuck is going on with that thing.
Okay. I guess I'll roll an attack on her then.
Okay. Keep in mind that because she is mounted, she can be knocked off of her mount and fought separately. They are again stitched together, but you think that the stitching looks particularly weak. So
I mean, I already used my bonus action to activate my Crimson Right, so unfortunately I can't take like a push action or something.
Right. I'm just letting you know all your options.
That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
You know, I get to roll a whole fuck ton of dice, dude.
Awesome. We love rolling a bunch of dice. We love it.
Alright, re-rolling the 1s and 2s. And then... Alright, so that's... Oh god, how much is that? That's 8 plus 3 slashing damage, so 11 slashing damage and 5 lightning damage. So 16 total if no resistances or weaknesses apply.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. You slice her up pretty good. She does not fucking like that. She screams in pain. And she says, "You're ruining my show! This is my big break!"
And you're irritating me. Get off the horse.
She says, "No, I'm a centaur."
You're ugly is what you are.
Oh my god, rude. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
I guess I take 3 more damage.
Yes, you do take 3 more damage.
Fucking boo. But yeah, that's the end of Aelstein.
All right. That's the end of Aelstein. He's dead.
Yeah, he dies. He dies of cringe.
Yeah, he does. Fantastic. He's down on the floor, bleeding out. Okay, you're directly in front of her. You just sliced her a bunch and she's mad at you. You see that she takes out a hard candy mace, and is going to attempt to bludgeon you to death with it.
Okay.
Let's see. What's your armor class?
16.
Yeah, no, you got like a fucking tendon in her arm. She swings and misses both times. And then she kind of, you see that there's like kind of a blanket.
He's like casually dodging to the side each time, and he's like, Jesus Christ, who taught you to fight?
You see that there's like a blanket covering her legs on top of the zebra to try to make it more believable that she is a centaur and not just a woman on a zebra. And she, you see her foot like kick the zebra underneath her, and she goes, "Bite him!" So, let's see.
I'm gonna be honest, when you said blanket in her lap, I thought for sure you were gonna say she has a huge boner or something. Like something about a blanket in someone's lap. I'm like, are they trying to cover a boner?
Yeah, she's got a massive cock, and it's rock hard.
Well, let's be real. I don't think it's gonna be massive. This is one of the jawbreakers we're talking about.
Let's see.
They talk a big game, but
Okay, no, I can't do that, unfortunately.
I don't know why that's why my brain works, chat. I don't know. I heard blanket over the lap, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're trying to cover a boner. I don't know why that's where my brain went.
There is no other reason a person would have a blanket in their lap.
Exactly. You understand,
no other
Johnny.
Reason. None. Fuck being cold. Fuck you.
I don't even.
You've got a boner.
I don't even care. I don't even care if you do not have a penis. If you put a blanket in your lap, I'm assuming you're covering a boner.
Oh fuck! I don't remember what that was. God
It's like
damn!
I have no object permanence regarding boners. What?
This zebra also misses both of its attacks. What the fuck? You have this weird aura of like, don't fucking touch me, and both of these bitches are like, it like tries to hoof you to death, and you just like dodge out of the way.
The Tunnel of Love was my bad roll day. Today's your bad roll day.
I'm using 3 different sets of dice, and they're all rolling terribly.
Here's the thing. I was using 2 different D20s. I was using D&D Beyond, and I was using Google, and all of them were rolling bad for me that day.
The zebra is embarrassed about the boner. Yeah, the zebra and the jawbreaker both have boners, and that's why they couldn't hit. They're in the way.
It's because Ailstain's so hot, dude, and no one can resist him.
That's what it is.
Everyone in his party's been seduced. Now his enemies are seduced.
Oh my god. Okay.
Ailstain just has like 1,000-yard stare, and he's just like, "This is my curse. Everyone's attracted to me."
All right. That's the end of their turn. That's Ambrose's turn.
Okay. Oh, really? He rolled a 5.
Yes.
Interesting. So Fish and Vivian.
They are not
Viovin.
in the combat. They are flying around singing and playing a song.
I see. Okay. I assumed I was gonna have to fucking kill them too, but I guess not.
I mean, who knows what will happen.
Honestly, I don't like that they fucking did a little song or whatever, and then these fuckos showed up. So who knows? I think Kaz is going to. Honestly, we've burned a lot of spell slots. I feel like maybe we should be a little bit sparing with our spell slots if we can. And he is going to, I think, Toll the Dead.
Okay. On who? The one that's already hurt, or
the one
zebra?
the one that I slashed.
Okay.
So we get that full D12.
Is that a saving throw or an attack roll?
That is an attack roll. Oh no, that's a saving throw.
Okay.
That's right. That's Toll the Dead. Wisdom.
Ooh, 17.
Oh, well. All right.
Unfortunate.
All right. Well, that sucks.
Is that his whole turn?
Out of curiosity, what was the specific wording of that curse?
You're cursed for a minute.
But like, what is the wording on the curse itself that like we take damage?
When a creature cursed in this way deals damage to another creature, it takes 3 psychic damage.
I guess, yeah, spiritual weapon technically counts as him making a roll.
Let me put your
Boo.
guys' shit on as well.
Oh yeah, how many names are on his shield now, by the way?
Oh, cause? I mean, how many people? Yeah, you got one more. Well.
Is this something that you want me to be tracking?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think only 3. Well, no, I think 2, because he's used 1, and there were 3.
Well, because he had the one on there, and then we killed the 2. Well, no, we didn't kill the 2 creatures in the Tunnel of Love. We did kill the 2 lovebirds. And then we killed what's his dick? Fucking Cicero. So that's 3.
Right.
He used 1, so then that becomes, so that was 3 plus 1, 4, minus 1, 3. But then we also did kill Snout, so that would be 4, I think, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm just wanting to like make sure I'm keeping track of that. And then yeah, because I don't know anything else that he would be able to do that wouldn't waste spell slots. So yeah, I guess that's his turn. I guess he'll walk forward to be within like able to stop these dudes progressing if they try to get to like our casters.
Okay. What is your max HP rate? And what is your current?
Of cause or Ailstain?
No, Ailstain.
44.
And what's your
And the
current?
current is 38.
Perfect. Okay. Sorry, I just realized
4.
I forgot to put your health bars up. Okay.
Ailstain is suddenly hit by the weight of the world and is dying.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, what's happening now?
That
was Kaz's turn.
yes.
Okay. And he missed, so he does not take damage. All right, that is back to top of the order. Showstopper.
Wait, did Ambrose do anything? I don't think he did anything, did he?
Yeah,
I don't think Ambrose did anything.
I think I said it was Ambrose's turn, and then you made Kaz go. I think I realized just now that that's what happened, but it's fine. No one goes in between them, so it's not a big deal.
Oops. It's okay. They can share a turn.
I was like, I was confused. I was like, wait.
Okay. You know what? Could be really funny. You said I feel like it could be knocked off the horse. Ambrose is gonna cast a first level hideous laughter on the Jawbreaker. This could become really funny if they fall off and rip all those stitches.
True. Give me that.
That's a wisdom save.
All right.
Give us a real funny joke, Ambrose.
Natural 20.
God damn it.
Of course,
That wasn't funny enough.
Of course, as soon as I'm not trying to kill you, it's like, oh, natural 20.
Yeah. Lame. All right.
These dice. The dice control the game. That's how it goes. Okay, does he do anything else?
He doesn't really get bonus actions aside from his bardics, but he doesn't have any of those.
Yeah, he's out.
So no.
All right, that is back to top of the order with Neve. And actually, at the top of this round, the lovebirds do swoop in, seeing the showstopper decimated, and start to attack you as well.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, come on, pile it on, you fucking chuckle fucks.
Okay. But they, it's not their turn yet, so it is Neve's turn.
Okay. Well,
Hey, you know what? She gets She gets again another free guiding bolt. So how about a fucking guiding bolt on fish?
Okay. What's the range on guiding bolt?
120
Oh,
feet. She can hit
Jesus.
everyone in here.
All
yeah.
right. Good. Fantastic. Just checking.
That shit fucking rules,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I guess so.
Love me a guiding bolt. All right.
Mhm.
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Let me grab all my mini D6. Let me grab my D really quick.
Okay.
That's my shorthand for saying dice.
Uh-huh.
That's 14 damage. Radiant damage.
Fesh explodes in fiery radiant flames.
Okay, great. Yeah, that was radiant damage, no less. I don't know if that makes any difference. Great. Well, in that case, fuck it. Might as well kill Viavin as well. Throw a fucking arrow at that fucker.
Okay. Go ahead and make her attack.
That
Neve is
is
decimating these fuckers.
yeah. Yeah, she's not playing around.
Mm-mm.
16 to hit.
That hits.
All
These
right,
people-
let's roll.
Kidnapped, brainwashed, abducted, and killed all of her friends. So she's really not with it, with these people,
That is 11 radiant damage.
It is critical.
On like 1 or 2 HP.
Yeah, it is. No,
Not weak to radiant damage though.
happy with that. They're not. I know it seems like maybe they should be, but they are not. Is that the end of her turn?
Yeah, that was her action and bonus action, so.
Okay. Then it is your turn, Ailstain.
Oh. I would have assumed that Viavin was going to go, but all right.
No, they didn't roll very well.
I see. Well, time to smack the shit out of the Jawbreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why am I rolling damage? I haven't rolled to attack yet. Oops.
Yep. I'm gonna need that from you, at least.
That is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
All right. Now I'm gonna roll damage.
Okay. Please do.
Gonna re-roll both of those.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a 9 slash, or no, not 9 slashing damage, 12 slashing damage.
Just give me the full amount.
Okay, 17 total then.
Oh my god. This thing is bloody.
Bloody. In that case, let's try to finish her off. I'm gonna do the second attack and actually use my great weapon fighting this time. So this is probably gonna maybe be more damage. We'll see.
You are
If it hits.
effectively like just fucking hitting her over and over and over again. And she's like, stop it!
I cut the stitches, stitching her to the zebra.
Yeah, she fucking
In the hopes that it
she
hurts.
falls the fuck over. And is prone on the ground. Absolutely, for sure.
Oh, prone.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, there's just no way.
That means advantage,
Pink for prone. I don't know.
which is good because one of those was a 3. That's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, honey, this is looking bad for you. Oh my god. Holy shit. I didn't even need the great weapon fighting. I got 2 6s on one of those. And then plus 4 lightning damage. That's what? That's 12, 15, plus 4. That's 19 damage.
You eviscerate this woman. She is ashes there's not even a person there anymore. It's just a pile of ashes and blood.
He slices those stitches, and as she's falling to the ground, he as he's like doing that attack, he spins into the next attack, like kind of channeling the same movements that we saw from Amber in the intro, and spins into the next attack and just lops her head off in the same motion.
Yeah, she is absolutely fucking god, dude. You see the zebra like looks to where she like it is incinerated and then just looks back at you.
He looks the zebra
like
in the
20 of its eyes blink.
He looks at it in all 20 of its eyes and he says, "Leave."
It does not leave.
Your funeral.
I am going to change the music because I am fucking tired of hearing that song. Is that the end of your turn?
That was his action. Ooh, actually, that is not the end of his turn because of his bonus action.
Don't forget to take your damage as well.
Yes. He did just reduce a creature to 0 HP.
That's true. That's true.
And he uses his blood maledict. He after he lops her head off, he reaches a hand forward and those same ribbons come out of his hand and like go down like the fucking severed neck, causing her body to get back up, and she has to make an attack on the zebra.
Okay. It's just any like weapon attack, right?
Yeah, just whatever she would specifically do to attack.
Okay. She misses.
God, even in death, you're fucking useless.
And then that's it. She dies again.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, her corpse shambles up, swings the mace, fully misses, and then fucking falls to the ground again. All right, is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Fantastic. The zebra is going to go ahead and make 2 attacks. It's going to close the distance between the two of you and is going to make 1 attack on each of you. Well, the one on cause misses. Let's see. Your AC is a 16, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what this thing does to hit.
Not fucking 20 like cause.
Yes. Okay. It's hoof attack hits you. So let's do that. That is. Ooh. That is maximum damage. I rolled 2 6s. That is 15 damage.
Oh.
As it fucking
Jesus.
tramples you.
Well, Nailstain's bloodied.
Alright. Given that little dot of red. Alright, and that's its turn. It is Ambrose's turn.
Well, not a fan of that. Ooh, you know what would hit like crazy right now? If this fucking thing failed a Dissonant Whispers save.
Shall I roll?
Yeah, give me that Dissonant Whispers roll. Wisdom save.
Got a 10.
A 10 wisdom save is not gonna do it.
All All right.
So first it takes 3d6.
Okay, great. Let's see if it survives that. Well, no, yeah.
11 damage.
Okay.
11 psychic damage. I don't know if that makes a difference. And then since it failed the save, it has to do whatever it can to get as far away from Ambrose as possible, including taking dash actions.
All right. Give me just a second to make sure it's not resistant. It is not resistant. All right. You do that damage to it. It freaks the fuck out and bolts. So both you and Kaz get attacks of opportunity.
Yes! Yes! That will be for Ailstain, a 15 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And for Kaz, he can make like cantrip attacks, right? Or something. I think his warcaster. He lets him use a cantrip as a
spell. Yeah.
Yeah, so then he can do he could enfeeble it so that it can't do good damage, but that's gonna take up a spell slot.
Remember that you don't know what's coming after this.
I know. I'm thinking. No, he doesn't have any good cantrip spell attacks. They're all saves. So he's just gonna swing with his mace then. In that case, that's a 15 to hit.
They both hit.
All right, I'll roll causes first because it's not gonna do as much.
Okay.
Although he did do max damage, 7 damage with his mace.
Jesus.
I'm guessing that doesn't kill it though.
It does not.
And so then, let's do our actual melee hitter. Already did great weapon fighting, so I'm just gonna roll 2d6. Reroll the 2. So that's 13 slashing and 4 lightning, so 17 damage total.
Jesus. It is for sure critical.
Hell yeah. I built this boy for damage.
All right. Yeah.
Listen,
really
Ailstain's got some shit to work out, and he's working it out on this fucking zebra dude.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. All right. Well,
I'm so fucking sick of this goddamn Revelia.
Both of these bitches are on death's door. It is Viovin's turn. However, before Kaz gets to go. Let's see. And it is going to...
He does take 3 damage, though.
He does take 3 damage. It is going to... Yeah. Oh my god. I just rolled double 4s.
Hell yeah.
All right, both of its attacks miss. Your turn. Your turn.
Viavin just cannot stop shaking. Their hands are shaking.
That is Kaz's turn.
Ambrose and Kaz, right? Or
Ambrose already went.
Oh no! Oh, that's right. It's between Ambrose and Kaz. Okay, got it. Sure. Kaz will. I guess he will fucking toll the dead on. Maybe on Viavin because they're so close to death.
Okay.
Said they're critical.
They do not succeed. Go ahead and give me that damage.
Oh. Yeah, what did they roll?
Like a 4.
Oh, okay. Also, just realized I was looking at this all wrong. It's not a D12 anymore. It's 2D12. He upgraded.
Oh my god.
Damn, leveling up is crazy.
Leveling up is crazy, yes. Weird.
Ooh,
You
that's
do so much more damage.
that's gonna do a fat 17 necrotic damage.
Yeah, Viovin crumples in the air and disappears on the wind.
Yeah, they fucking like shrivel into like a blackened corpse, just like an old rotten corpse, and just turn to dust and blow away.
Yep, that's exactly what happens.
I like they do the
And then turn into dust.
All right, that is back to top of the order with Neve. Although Cause does take 3 damage for hitting, so I will mark that.
Viovin is the what is the plankton meme where he goes, oh.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Fucking, you said it was Neve's turn.
Yes.
Fantastic. I don't know if we want to be using any spells for her right now.
I'm gonna be so honest with you, brother. If you hit this thing with one of her arrows, it's dead.
Okay. Oh, so it's also critical.
Yeah.
Well, let's just try that really quick. Maybe she'll just dispose of it with an arrow. That is a 23 to hit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, well, let's roll damage just to 8 radiant damage.
Yeah. You eviscerate.
Okay.
She eviscerates this fucking thing.
Fantastic.
She fucking, her luminous constellation form, just so much fucking rage in her eyes. She shoots that thing and it, like, the spectral arrow hits it and it, like, explodes in a shower of stars.
Mm-hmm.
You have...
It's still like actively running away and panicking, and the arrow like shoots through its forehead.
Yes, absolutely. You've defeated all of your combatants. You see...
Yippee!
Once Neve destroys the zebra, you hear a round of applause from all around. And then at once the forest is plunged into darkness. And in that darkness, you feel a dry, warm breeze across your face. The ground underfoot feels softer as it turns from grass to sand, and a new scene appears with deep amber dunes as far as the eye can see.
Oh.
Come on, Arachne, face us, you fucking coward.
You see...
What, you gonna have all your friends do your job for you?
You see the sky overhead is a cloudless blue. A hot wind stirs the fine sand along the ridges and down into the valleys in sparkling clouds. Among the dunes, you spot a strange rock formation, casting a deep shadow. The clear blue sky sort of shifts and shimmers, the heat contorting with the light. You see the gritting face of Arachne peers down like a mirage in the sky. Just smiling at you. You all appear nearby this rock formation. Let me put you down. Oh, God. Don't worry, I will zoom in. This map, the grid is very small. It's a whole thing. When I made...
Hey, if you want to make Ailstain 15 feet tall, that's fine by me.
When I was making this map, I remember trying, which was a long ass time ago, by the way. I remember trying to be like, okay, well, these are the dimensions that they gave me. And so I need to make it as accurate as possible. But fuck if that doesn't mean, like, it's a big desert is what they're trying to convey to you, but it just makes it really annoying to see all of your tokens and shit. So I am just gonna zoom in a fuck ton.
Makes sense.
All right. So all of you appear in front of this rock formation. You see along the edges of the desert, like you look past, you see dunes kind of expanding, and in the distance you just see it kind of fades to a sandstorm in all directions. And you
Are we still cursed?
No. I'll say with the end of that combat, you are not cursed anymore. A minute has gone by.
Okay.
You, but yeah, so you feel like this is another sort of pocket dimension. Similar to the other one where it does not kill all of you because of your fucking bag of holding.
That could be really funny.
But yes, so you all appear, you're about 15 feet away from this rock formation. But so far, nothing is happening. You've just sort of been transported here, and you see Arachne's, like, smiling face in the sky. What do you do?
All right. We wait a little bit and see what happens.
You sort of just hang out, and you see Arachne starts to, like, you see his eyebrows crease in the sky, and he goes, "Look around. I thought you were in a hurry."
I think we kind of sit down and just, like, hang out.
Okay, great. You see that Neve is kind of like, "Aren't we in a hurry?"
He says, "It's pissing him off. So, like, I kind of want to just, like, piss him off some more, you know?"
Okay, great. How long do you sit here for?
Could we get a short rest in?
You sit for a full 30 minutes and don't do anything. Do you?
Do we get a short rest?
Do you sit completely still for 30 minutes?
Can we?
Do you?
I try.
Okay. Arachne starts berating you while you're sitting there, but nothing happens. So yeah.
Every time he berates me, I'm just
Okay, great.
we fully can't hear him. We just hear farts echoing around.
Wow.
And then I turn to Ambrose and I'm like, "Ambrose, what did you eat?"
Okay, I'll give everybody a short rest. The only person who really needs it, honestly, Kaz is the only one besides you who's lost any health. Yeah, he'll use a fucking hit die to regain some of that health, and he's back to full.
I've used up all my hit die. Let's fucking down a potion of healing, I guess. How many potions of healing do they have?
You'll have to check their shit. I don't know off the top of my head. It's in their inventory.
But have you been managing those?
I
That's
think
gonna be
so.
6, 7, 8 health recovered for Ailston. He's at 38 health. That's not too bad.
Nice. All right. See then, what happened to my music? Oh, there it is.
I'm just asking because, like, I want to make sure we keep like a roughly equivalent amount of potions. Oh, Neve has like 3 of them.
Yeah.
And Kaz has 3 of them. And Ambrose has 1. So I say they both should pass me and Ambrose 1.
Okay. So Kaz and Neve give.
Yeah, just take 1 out of their inventory and just hand them to Ailston and Ambrose.
Okay.
Surprised Ambrose has so few.
Well, because he's been drinking them.
Mm-hmm.
While you are sitting here, give me a perception check.
Okay. I don't have 44 health, by the way. I have 38.
Okay.
Perception check. That's a freaking 15, brother.
Okay. Yeah, you don't really see anything. It's just kind of endless sand all around you.
All right. Well, apply some sunscreen. Fine. We'll look under the rocks.
Okay, great. Who approaches the rocks? All of you? One of you?
Also, Ailstain's max health is 44. His current health is 38.
God damn it. You need to be more specific.
I thought you knew his max health.
No,
He's just not at max right now.
I forgot.
Anyway, let's have Kaz do it. He's got a higher AC. He holds up his shield and approaches it.
Take a potion of healing from Neve. I deleted it from hers, but you just added it to
added it to mine.
Fantastic. I'm sorry.
Yep.
What? Did you say Neve walks forward? What did you say?
No, Kaz
Oh,
with
okay.
his shield because he's got an AC of 20. If someone tries to swing on him, it'll probably miss.
All right. Kaz walks hesitantly up to the rocks, shield kind of at the ready. And you see that as he gets within 15 or as he gets within 5 feet of these rocks, you see this creature that was blending in perfectly start to rise up
It's gonna be a golem.
out of the rock formations. And you see
Candelabron.
one of Sophie's wax sort of mutant creations rise from the rocks. Also, on that perception check, you notice near you notice
This
as he raises up out of the ground, he has a crossbow that is lodged into his body.
The Candelabron.
But does not
Is this
seem...
Is this a aberration?
I want to say yes, but let me double check.
Damn, I should have asked if there are any aberrations around. I would have sensed it.
The answer is usually yes when it comes to shit. Oh, actually, no. It is not aberration.
Oh,
It is not aberration.
okay.
All right. Roll initiative.
Do I have any idea like what it is?
Do you have any way to find out?
Investigation.
Yeah, give me investigation with advantage.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming if it's not an aberration, it's probably like a construct or something, but let's find out. Ooh, that's a dirty 20.
I need you all to know that this okay, well, first of all, this is an undead. It is not a construct. You remember stories of Sophie stitching flesh and wax together. So that kind of makes sense. Also, I need you to know that this motherfucker's name is Sandros, and he just rolled a natural 1, so.
Wait, but his name is Candelabron on the thing.
Well, that's what he is.
That's what he is?
But his name is
Okay.
Sandros.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so it's not Pinky, is what we're learning
No.
from that.
He's got a little name tag that says Sandros.
Oh, okay. Hello, my name is Sandros. Rate my performance here.
It's kind of like Baymax if Baymax was made of flesh and wax, and a bunch of other horrible like chemical concoctions, and was trying to kill you in a desert.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this thing roars to life as Kaz steps within its range, and it lunges upon him. So, go ahead and roll initiative.
All right. Well, Ailstan rolled a freaking 14 plus 2, 16.
Okay.
Ambrose rolled a 11.
Okay.
And now Neve and Kaz. I gave Neve the spectral looking die. Just seems fitting. 15 for Neve.
Okay.
And oh wow, Kaz rolled really well actually. He rolled a total of 17.
Whoa.
What a cool guy.
Yeah, he sees this thing coming for him, and he's like, "Oh God."
I fucking knew it.
All right. Let me just write some things down really quickly.
I always picture Kaz as talking like, even though you give him a voice, I always picture him as talking like Raven from Teen Titans.
Oh my God.
There it is.
He kind of he has like the masculine version of that, kind of like, oh my God. Like, it's not as essentially yes.
I knew it.
I knew it. He's just like, I knew it. All right. Top of the order, that is Kaz. What would you like him to do?
What if you just were like cool and didn't be a piece of shit? What if you did that?
Yeah, what if?
We don't gotta fight. You know, we don't gotta fight, you know, we could just hang out.
Sandros
Doesn't
does
answer.
not seem amenable to your persuasion.
All right. I'm a cool guy, you know, I can make good conversation. I really don't want to fucking use up all the remaining spells before we get to fucking Arachne. So Kaz is gonna do a sacred flame on this bitch and hope that it's like a lot of undead and weak to radiant damage.
Okay.
Give me that dex save.
Sandros, not very dexterous. So
I figured.
that's gonna be a 3.
That's not gonna do it.
No, I didn't think it would.
Sandros, we could have been homies. I hope you know that.
Sandros doesn't look like he needs or has want of homies.
That's 7 radiant damage. Please be doubled. Please be doubled. Please be doubled.
Tis not.
Fuck.
But he doesn't
What
like
kind
it.
of undead isn't weak to fucking radiant damage?
He don't like it though.
You're undead.
It wails in pain and it screams with the voices of like several people at once.
Mm. Ow! 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 Oh! Oh!
All right. Is
Now
that
just imagine all of those happened at the same time.
is that Cause's turn?
Yeah, he doesn't really get a lot of bonus actions that aren't like healing and such, and sanctuary and whatnot. So that's pretty much it.
All right. That is your turn then, Ailstain.
I'm gonna fucking approach this dude and activate my freaking Crimson Right,
So-
I guess.
I will say, actually, hold on.
Oh? Oh, hell yeah. I rolled a fucking 1 on that. That's crazy. I'm taking 1 damage to activate my Crimson Right.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to see if this rock formation, because it is, oh, by the way, it's not going to probably be super important, but the sand is difficult terrain. So keep that in mind for movement. Also,
Okay.
I was trying to see if the rock formation was like you needed to like climb it at all. It doesn't say how tall it is, just that it is in the shape of a giant stone head. So not helpful or useful in any way. So continue.
It doesn't look particularly tall.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna activate my Crimson Right.
Okay.
And I think actually gonna have Cause step a little bit back before his turn ended.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot I can control the tokens. And for my action, going to cast a little protection from evil and good on Ailstain.
Okay. Go ahead.
That it just does.
Oh, okay. That is cast upon
the
you.
thing is just gonna have disadvantage since it's an undead.
On Ailstain.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, he cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Good to know.
And that's the turn. That's bonus action and action.
All right. Next up is Neve.
Damn. How many wild shapes does she have left?
Let's see. She used. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't mark her last one. She. Did she use her starry form during the fight with Snout? I can't remember.
I truly cannot remember. I remember nothing. That was a week ago. Sorry. My brain's empty about that.
It's possible that she may have used her last one in the last battle, but I will be kind and say that she has one left.
Okay.
But they are per long rest, I believe.
Nope, short rest.
Oh, they're per. Oh, yeah. Oh, you short rested. Okay. So yeah. So
Yeah.
she used one, got it back, used another one. So
I think
then you just
get
short
one
rested
per
again. So yeah. So she actually has 2.
Oh wait, no, yeah. It's twice per short rest. I thought she only regained 1 per short rest, but that's right. You regain all of
She
them, so
gets
she has
2.
all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck it, she wild shapes. Why not?
Okay. Great.
She becomes a friggin' archer, dude, and she fucking throws a friggin' arrow at this friggin' thing, dude.
Sick. Awesome.
She goes
to-
hi-ya
She goes,
in the
"Hi-ya."
gayest voice she can muster.
Yeah.
She puts a little bit of cunty stank on it, dude.
Yeah.
16 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead. Oh.
Button is cleaning his butthole right next to my head, which is so cool and sick. That is gonna be 8 radiant damage.
Fantastic. Doesn't like that.
Trying to think of what else she can do here that doesn't put her in harm's way. Honestly, might just have her cast a freaking sacred flame.
I have just read something that I fear I must retcon.
Uh-oh.
I was like, oh, I should double check that there's not anything that happens during this, like, when you attack this thing. So, what makes this thing really fucking annoying, actually, for you, is that, when you attack it, when it takes damage, wax erupts from its body in a 10-foot radius sphere, and each creature in the affected area takes fire damage. So,
Well, I'm glad I had Kaz step back.
it has taken damage twice. So I will say
No, it hasn't.
Yes,
What?
Yes, it has.
Oh, Kaz hit it. That's
Yes.
right.
So you and Kaz, since I'll say you and Kaz will both take this fire damage. Let me just roll it really quick.
Well, Kaz won't take the second one because he was out of range.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah. So I'm
well,
saying
fuck.
I'm rolling once for fire damage. You'll both take it, and then from here on, every time it
can
is
I like
attacked in
not
that way.
have moved forward then? I didn't physically attack him, and I feel like if I saw that happen, I wouldn't have gone
Yeah.
close.
That's fine. I'll
Because I
allow that.
was here, which was so Kaz was here, so Kaz is definitely getting hit, right?
Yes.
But I was here. That's outside of the 10-foot radius, so I don't think Ailstain should get hit.
Okay. Then just cause. Sorry, I realized like there's so much other shit going on. I was like, wait,
You're fine.
I need to double check that that's not.
You're fine.
Okay, yeah. Cause takes 5 fire damage.
All right, let's get Kaz freaking out of there, brother.
Yeah, you watch as Cause hits this thing, and yeah, it just fucking explodes in wax. It like just all around it. Hot wax searing down onto Kaz, and he's like, why?
Yeah, and then he'll definitely move back from it so that he's not in hitting range,
Of course, of course.
so that when Neve hits it, it doesn't explode on him.
All right.
And with that knowledge, maybe have Ambrose and Neve also move back on their turns. I can't move Neve, but
Yeah, on her turn she will. Oh wait.
I think it's currently her turn.
Okay, how far should she move? And also remember that it's difficult
like-
terrain.
Just like 10 feet down into the left. She can have pretty decent distance between her and the thing, because
Yeah.
Most of her spells have really good range.
Okay. Sorry about that.
That's fine.
After Neve, it is Ambrose's turn. Unless Neve wasn't done with her turn.
That was her bonus action.
Okay.
She can also Sacred Flame
Okay.
on it. So it has to give me a dex save.
Ooh. Let me see.
Not too dexterous.
Well, doesn't really matter if you roll well. Dexterous. That is 17.
Damn, that succeeds. All right, that's her turn.
Ambrose will move over here to get further away.
Okay.
On his, well, actually, is it his turn?
It's his turn now, yes.
Okay, cool. What can you do, you gay little man? Have you been marking his spell slots?
Nope.
Okay, he used a first level spell last time.
Okay.
And he, I think actually no, I think he used 2 first level spells because he used Dissonant Whispers and Hideous Laughter. So he's
Okay.
down 2 first level spell slots.
For sure.
He will it's made of organic material, right? Not stone or crystal or metal.
Mm-hmm. I will remind you that Kaz has some stuff for undead stuff. Since
He
that's his
does,
whole thing.
but it's like turn undead and stuff, so
Mhm.
we'll see. But Ambrose will freaking, I don't know, this fucking twink doesn't do a whole lot. He will cast Starry Wisp.
Fantastic. Go ahead and give me that. Shit. That attack roll?
The fuck is my goddamn D20, bro? I don't know.
Need to borrow
Okay.
one
Oh,
of
I put it
mine?
in front of me. Nice. He rolled a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. For sure that hits.
And then he does 9 radiant damage.
Fantastic. It's not happy about that. It screams in dissonant pain.
I think we did, what was it? 8, 9, and I think 11 damage, something like that. I think we've done like 28 damage total or something. Anyway, I don't think he has any bonus actions because he. Oh wait, no, he gets all his bardics back on a short rest, not on a long rest.
Oh, okay.
So he has all his bardics back, so he can use those as cutting words, which will be nice.
Mhm.
But he doesn't have any bonus actions, so that's it.
Very well. It is now Sandros' turn. At the start of his turn, you watch some of the wax congeal over its wounds, and it regains some hit points.
It's one of these.
All right. And then
Does it look like full health again?
no.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be that mean. It's just gonna go ahead and make some. It's just gonna go ahead and make some. This thing can do some crazy shit. No. It's just gonna go ahead and make some attacks. Just some little attacks.
You can make it do the crazy shit.
No, I really. Okay, but it does have to be within 5 feet, so it jumps down into the sand. And will come right between you and Kaz.
It'll do what right between us?
Yeah, it explodes. It
Ew!
explodes in wax jizz. All right. And on double 19s hits both of you.
Jesus Christ. All right.
All right. Let's. Oh God.
Someone get him a lap blanket. Cover your boner.
All right, let's see. That is 9, 10, 11, 12 bludgeoning damage plus 5 fire damage. So that is 17 damage to both of you.
Jesus Christ.
This
Well,
thing's,
Nilsson's at 20 HP. He's bloodied.
thing's a heavy hitter. Kaz is at 16.
I'll update his health on here.
I did it already.
No, I meant like on the board.
I already did.
Well, I beat you to it. So.
All right. And that is its turn. Kaz is luckily not considered undead. So thank your lucky stars that he is not a vampire and is instead just a Dhampir. Otherwise,
Why?
some really bad shit would have happened to him.
Hmm.
And that is back to top of the order, Kaz.
Um. Sorry, I'm thinking.
It's okay. A lot to consider here. Yeah, this thing is yeah. This is kind of like the
can
mini
we
boss before the big boss, you know.
can we have Ailstein and him like kind of share turns here since they're back to back?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll allow it.
I'm gonna hit him with Path to the Grave.
Go for it. I'll mark that on Kaz's sheet. All right.
So the next time you or an ally of yours hits the cursed creature with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all that attack's damage, and then the curse ends. So that's gonna do a quick doubling of slashing damage from Ailstein.
Okay.
Honestly, so this fucking this freak guy, this wax guy, he's after all of us, right?
Correct.
Can we just assume that we're all sharing turns here?
Yeah, I mean,
Like
you
it's all of us and then him and then all of us?
You all go before him, so yes.
In that case, I kind of want to try and, because I know this is going to fucking hurt us again when I do it, but I kind of have to do it. I want to have Neve toss maybe a... What can she do? Bonus actions. Yeah, healing word, bark skin. I want her to do a healing word on... Actually, Kaz and Ailstein will both just drink a potion as their bonus actions.
Okay.
So let's just do that because we have healing potions to spare.
Okay. Delete that from his inventory.
That is a 5 + 2, 7 healing on Ailstein, and then whatever you roll for Kaz, unless you want me to roll for Kaz.
I'll roll it. That is a 4 + 2. That is 6 healing for Kaz.
All right. It's not much, but maybe we'll survive getting blasted by the hot wax.
Didn't you get some greater potions of healing as well?
No, we just got potions of healing.
I'm pretty sure.
You've never given us greater potions.
Oh, that's right, because you've only gotten potions from the...
Oh, did the one in Locke's shop have greater potions?
No, the ones in the Dismadium had greater potions. The ones in the Jamboree, so like the ones you got with the discount, just had regular.
Oh, I mean, I was under the assumption that all the potions that we could buy were regular ones. All right. gonna hit this dude.
Okay.
I'm gonna smack him real good.
Do it.
Definitely hits. A 25 to hit.
Yeah.
Almost a nat 20. Almost a nat 20, but not quite.
Rip.
But I am going to use my great weapon fighting to make this do as much damage as physically possible. All right, that was a waste. Rolled like shit. That's a 12. Wait. Yes, 12 slashing damage plus 3 lightning damage. So that's 15 if there's no vulnerabilities here. And then that's doubled because it does have vulnerability to this attack. So that'll do 30 damage total
Jesus Christ.
from one attack.
Okay, hold on. Is it 30 flat?
It's 30 after being doubled. So it's 15 total. That's 12 slashing, 3 lightning. And then 15 total, double the whole thing. That's 20 or 20, 30.
Yeah, that's let me just do some really quick math here. Yeah, that thing's bloodied.
Good. Fantastic. Does it blast me and cause?
It sure does.
He's gonna come on us again, dude.
Let me roll that damage. Yeah, well, I'll roll it. It might be a little bit nicer to you. Yeah, you both take 2 fire damage.
Oh. That's significantly better than the last time.
Yeah. Well, I think you both got 5 last time, right?
Well, Ailsane didn't get shit last time.
Yeah, Kaz took 5.
Kaz got 5.
Yes.
Yep.
So now it is, yep. So both of you take 2 fire damage.
Then Ailsane says, "Sorry, Kaz, gotta keep going."
Kaz is like covered in wax, burning a little bit. Like he kind of smells like sizzling, like skin, and like wax, and he's just like, "It's fine."
Grit your teeth. Oh my god. That's my first nat 20, baby,
Oh
of the
my
fucking stream.
God, you might kill this thing.
Nat 20, baby.
Damn,
Let's fucking go.
That's crazy. All right, let's see what you do.
I don't get to use great weapon fighting this time, though, because I already used it.
If you murder this thing this quickly, like that's gonna be crazy.
Reroll the 2. That is...
Wait. Oh, because you get an extra attack. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, so I have great weapon fighting, which I can only use for 1 attack, but my other ability, Savage Attacker, lets me reroll the 1s and 2s.
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, I think it's the other way around. I can use Savage Attacker once. Hang on, let me... I know that I can only fucking roll double once, but I can't remember which is which. Give me 1 second.
Well, no. I'm saying like you're taking your extra attack right now, right? Correct?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Cool. That's all I was asking.
Yes, Savage Attackers, though. So I've already used Savage Attacker, which lets you roll damage twice.
Mm-hmm.
I did that for the first attack. The second attack, I'm not re-rolling. I'm not rolling twice, but I have great weapon fighting, which applies to every attack, which is me re-roll 1s and 2s.
All right. Fucking give it to me, brother.
That's 10 plus 3. That's 13 damage total. But since it was a nat 20, I think that's doubled to 26.
With exactly 26 health left. You
Hell yeah.
fucking destroy this thing.
Let's fucking go, dude.
It
Double
does-
damage twice.
It does still explode in wax, so you and Kaz will still take another couple of damage, but you do fucking decimate this thing.
Okay. I think he slashes it twice and just like fucking like cuts it to ribbons or whatever, And then Ailstain like points at the fucking Arachne face in the sky, and he's like, "Face me, you tiny pathetic little man!"
You and Kaz both take 3 fire damage as this thing erupts in a fucking explosion of wax.
Damn, I'm exactly bloodied. I'm at 22 health.
That's crazy. Let's see. You see that as it disintegrates in front of you. You see, well, it sort of, rather than like melts, it kind of congeals back into like a like semi-solid like rock formation. And you see that crossbow still kind of wedged in its body.
Oh, we'll take it.
It's kind of stuck in there, so you will need to give me an athletics check to try to remove it.
Did you remove 3 health from Kaz already?
Yes.
Okay. Athletics check, you said?
Yes.
All right. Fine. I think could have sworn I get like some kind of bonus on this, but I can't remember what. How do you feel about a 13?
Let me check. I believe that just succeeds. Yeah, you needed a 12.
Otherwise we could just have Kaz help by wrapping his arms around my waist, and we just do that cartoonish pull.
No, you succeed. You pull free the critic's crossbow. Let me send that to you. Just in case you would like to have someone equip it or something. Although I'm not sure
This
anybody
ebony
can
crossbow.
wield it.
Ebony crossbow is inlaid with silver lettering detailing colorful insults masquerading as criticisms. When a piece of ammunition is loaded into the crossbow, it is magically transformed to a rotten fruit or vegetable while retaining all of its original properties. On a successful hit, a projectile fired from the crossbow deals an additional 2d6 poison damage. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 14 Constitution saving throw or drop what it is holding as it vomits profusely. Creatures that are immune to poison damage automatically succeed on this saving throw. I do think we have a few people, because if it's a heavy crossbow, you just have to be proficient with martial weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is, well, no, Kaz only gets simple weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Neve has specific weapons listed out, and none of them are heavy. So I guess Ailstain's the only one that can equip it.
Mm.
He learned how to use the crossbows from
Gale.
from Gale. Yeah.
Her and her heavy crossbow that is bigger than her, but she still fucking carries that thing around.
Yeah. He looks at the string of the crossbow and he's just like, someone has not been waxing that string.
Well, it has been lodged in an undead wax person for God knows how long.
God, this guy was terrible at maintaining crossbows.
What are
I'm
you
realizing I have 1 fucking hit die left for a short rest if we are able to get one.
You do still
But
have
it's
some
1.
potions.
Yeah, I might have to get a little creative with how we heal ourselves up.
Neve does have her healing stars form, as well as her sickle gives her bonus is to when she
That's
casts
true.
healing
She
spells.
has a bonus wild shape she hasn't used.
That's true. And she can switch between wild shapes in combat, I believe, as a bonus action.
I think it's just that you use another wild shape as a bonus action. I don't think that you just get to switch without using a wild shape.
It says
Also, her chalice form only like I think it like heals her as well. Anyway, we're back from the ads. Welcome back,
Okay.
everyone who's not subscribed.
yeah, it just says that's a bonus section, so yeah, it would still cost a thing
Yeah.
for it.
Welcome back, everyone. Yeah, I think. How many healing potions do we have total left?
Ambrose.
We've got
has 2.
2 on Ambrose.
Or I think Ambrose has 3. He has one. I accidentally.
He had 3, and then we took one from him.
I thought you gave
And
one
gave it-
to him.
No, we took one from him and gave it to Kaz.
No. Kaz had 3. You took one and gave it to Ambrose because he only had 1.
No, it was the other way around.
Well, because I remember because you were like, "Wow, Ambrose doesn't have that many potions," and I said because he's been drinking them.
Oh, maybe then I don't know.
Yeah, because I gave an extra. I gave.
He's
him
gonna have him fork it back over then to Kaz.
Okay, great.
And then I guess have Neve give Ailstain another one. We're taking all the hits.
True.
What we could do now that the fight is over, assuming we have a minute before anything else happens.
You don't, but
Okay.
you will in just a second. So let me just
Okay.
grab some things to you, and then you will have a moment.
Okay.
So
I was gonna get creative with my healing.
you defeat Sandros, and once you pull the crossbow free of his body, the desert is plunged into darkness. You feel the world around you kind of shift, and you see the swirling sands disappear, and the ground lurches underneath you. You see the spotlights of the big top sear through the darkness, revealing the ground you stand on is now a small wooden platform that is raised high in the air on rickety legs above the main ring of the big top. The platform creaks and groans, sort of lurching drunkenly to the side as a wooden beam far below snaps with a brittle crack. This close to the apex of the big top, the webbing that coats the peak of the tent is thick and very clearly visible. You see were-spiders crawling effortlessly over the silken strands. The drained and hollowed out corpses of long-dead revelers are set up like a grisly audience in the seats ringing the stage. You see, far above hangs a bulbous cocoon, and in front of it, Arachne lounges effortlessly on a hammock of silken strands. You see, stretching from the edge of the platform up towards Arachne is a stretch of thick, glossy black netting, almost like rigging on a ship. And let me take you there now. Yeah, this map is pretty big.
Ew.
Yeah. It's really fun to look at and behold. I'm gonna zoom in enough.
God, he looks like a fucking e-boy. Can I just say that?
Yeah.
Arachne's a fucking then this dude was trying to convince me that he's strong. Bro looks like the fucking twinkiest twink I've ever seen.
I mean, he does have muscles. I will say that he does have muscles.
If you say so. I'm not seeing them.
He does. He's built like
sleeper build for real then. Jesus Christ.
I mean, fittingly, he is fit like an aerial dancer, right? So like he has more of a like dexterous build rather than one of like pure strength.
Yeah, so he doesn't have like big muscles. He's
he's got like a
toned.
toned body, yes. And he
Fucking twink.
he's quite handsome. If you can get
he's
over
not.
the multiple eyes. Although
he's ugly.
he does occasionally shift into a more spiderous form that looks a little yuckier.
Just to be clear, I know you think you're not handsome. You're ugly as sin, right, guys?
They all kind of nod, and Arachne goes, "That's rude."
Very ugly. I don't think I've ever seen a man as ugly as you, actually. And I've seen a lot of ugly guys.
So, you see the floor of the big top is about 70 feet below you. So I'd like you to keep that in mind as you are progressing on these webbing and ropes.
Okay.
You see that there is like thick netted webbing that stretches from the floor all the way to where Arachne is sitting. This like giant cocoon behind him seems to be like his lair, essentially, right? And he's like kind of lounging at the entrance to it.
So he's trying to lure us into his lair so he can take some fucking lair actions on us.
You see, let's see. There is a couple of things I will let you know about the webbing. It can be climbed. However, it is difficult terrain for everyone except the were-spiders. And some interesting and fun things will happen if you fall from it. But you don't know what those are until it happens to you, if it does. So,
I mean, do I have to make like dexterity checks each time I want to walk on it?
no, it's just difficult terrain.
How would I fall off if I'm just walking along this?
Well, you see around you, some were-spider acrobats descend from silken strands and begin to kind of like swing around you. All of these people, you see Bella, one of them. They're all sort of swinging and watching as Arachne is sort of going to address you. You see Arachne kind of outstretch his multiple arms, and he says, "Welcome to the web." Okay.
I was waiting for him to speak up so I could hit him with that.
He says, "Now, I'll level with you. I did bet a bunch of red tickets against you getting this far, so you kind of screwed me on that one. Ugh, it really makes me want to leap down there and kill all of you."
Sorry.
He says, "It really makes me want to leap down there and kill all of you." But that wouldn't make for a good show, and not at the end of the game, so why don't you crawl your maggoty little selves up toward me, and I'll make you one heckin' deal that'll please the glorious ringleader way more than my absolute predetermined victory against you. Join me and my coven. Become one of the family. What do you say? Oh, great.
Whoa. Oh my god, your audience hates you, man. Oh my god. Fat guys, hey, whoa. Hey, come on. Give Arachne a chance. Oh, what can I say? Dude, your audience hates you.
It's funny because the only audience here, besides the were-spiders, is a bunch of desiccated corpses all wrapped up in cocoons. You see, as your minor illusion boos echo throughout the space, you see those were-spiders, like spotlights illuminate them as they swing and dance through the air on like glossy lengths of silken ropes.
I think he waits for one of them to do a trick where like their legs are spread in a compromising way, and then he hits them with a
Awesome.
and makes it look like they shit their pants.
Awesome. You see that the ropes they like snap and creak, and it's like the sound is like music as they drop and rise and entwine. All of them like splendid and in utter synchronization. It's if it weren't like if you weren't in a like in this situation, it might be beautiful. But yeah, so I'll say let's roll initiative. Nobody is attacking you, but you have nowhere else to go but forward as these acrobats kind of swing around you. So let's roll for initiative just to get us in the initiative order. And so there's like an order of operations.
I mean, to be clear, we're not approaching. We have no intention of approaching.
Okay. Well, let's do it anyway.
Okay. I guess I had to roll a nat 1 to make up for the nat 20 earlier. Well, Ailstain got freaking 7, dude.
Okay.
And Ambrose got 3, 2 of which was his modifier.
Awesome.
Neve got... All right. Good. Yeah, you know what? Let's get all the bad rolls out of the way. Neve got 8.
Okay.
Oh my god, and a fucking nat 1 for cause.
All right.
So that's 3 for cause.
Okay, so Ambrose and Kaz can take their turns simultaneously. Oh, well, that's also a nat 1 for them. So that's
Everyone's taking their turns at the bottom of initiative.
that's fun. Let's see. Yes. So in the initiative order. So this is kind of a unique situation because they're not attacking you, but they are trying to convince you by any means to join them. So there is going to be some shenanigans afoot, which is why the initiative order is necessary.
Okay.
Let's see. So, are you doing anything on your turns or are you just standing?
So I was probably gonna try and get us to heal up while we're over here.
Okay, that's fine. You have your turns to do whatever you would like.
Oh, can we just all take them simultaneously?
Yeah, all of you go before them, so yes.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna say, let's have Kaz toss down a, a beacon of hope on us.
Okay.
Which basically makes it so that we gain maximum hit points from any healing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then both him and Ailstain will both down potions.
Okay.
Because that's a bonus action.
Yes.
So let's see. Did Ailstain get a potion from
Yes.
Ambrose or Neve?
Yes.
Okay, and then Kaz also got one from whoever else.
Yes. So Kaz, yeah. So you each regain 10 hit points from those potions.
Yes. So that'll take Ailstain to 32. Cause to 27, I think.
Yes.
Let's have Neve toss him a bonus action healing word. Because she's got a lot of first level spell slots left.
Yes.
And that'll be 12 healing to him. So that should bring him to max because he's 11 hit points down.
Okay.
And you know what? Toss one to Ailstain too, because he is exactly 12 hit points down now. So then they'll both be at max.
Sounds good. Awesome. So she just cast
Healing word twice.
Healing word twice. Okay. Awesome.
Well,
Let me mark
if we
that.
can, do we have to wait for that second healing word since it's we would have to do it on another turn, or are they doing anything?
Yes. Yeah, they will be doing something on their turn. So she can cast one healing word.
Do it on Cause first, and then we'll
Okay.
do it to Ailstain.
Sounds good. Let me.
Ooh. And then hang on, let's see. What other silly shenanigans can we get up to here? What other silly ways to fuck with them can we get up to?
You said you're at 38?
Ailstain is at 32. He's 12 down from 44.
Okay.
Let's see.
Sounds good.
You know what would be insanely disrespectful?
Huh.
Okay, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 55, 70.
Oh no.
Finally, Ambrose has some silly, funny things that we can do
Okay.
to people. I think so. So that you said they're gonna like be like talking to us and trying to convince us to like join them.
Of a sorts, yeah.
He's gonna go ahead and throw a silence where Arachne is standing, and it's not an attack or anything. It's just throwing it down. Arachne can't talk anymore.
Give me a second.
At this point, we're fucking with Arachne a little bit.
None of these people are spellcasters necessarily.
They can't counterspell.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Where do you want that?
Centered on Arachne.
Okay, let me okay. I'm trying
That's so funny.
to make a circle. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. Go away, please. Go away. Cool.
Arachne, I feel like should have to roll for rage since he loves to talk so much and we're forcing him to not talk.
What's the radius on that?
20 foot, I believe.
So it's
Hang on, let me check. Where is it? Fucking yes, 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. So up to 20 feet out from Arachne, but unfortunately it does not touch the next were spider, but it is pretty far out.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Is that right?
That is just about 20.
Yeah.
It's a little shy, but
Like,
basically gets the idea there.
like here.
Uh,
5, 10,
It's not
15,
moving for
20.
me.
Oh, sorry, like here.
Hang on, I'm refreshing.
Like it's not centered on him, but it's 20 feet in front of him.
Yeah, that's fine.
It gets
As
the
long
point.
as-
It gets the point across.
As long as he can't talk.
Huh. Okay, yeah. He
I think Ambrose
Oh,
says,
wait.
sorry, ugly people aren't allowed to talk.
Okay, you are casting it on Arachne and not on the were-spiders.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Good to know.
Oh, are they gonna do some shit? Stupid.
Okay, is that all of your turns?
I don't think so. Are they like trying to like attack us? Are they doing some shit?
No one is moving to attack you.
Are they gonna like cast some shit on stuff like on us? Am I gonna be making some saves to like resist being charmed?
Possibly.
Okay. So I do still have protection from evil and good, to be clear.
Okay.
So Ailstain cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Okay.
And because if they're gonna start doing some shit, I'm attacking.
Okay.
Like, so they are gonna do some shit?
Possibly. You don't know. Nothing's happened yet.
Well, we're in initiative though. Like, is this actually combat initiative? Like,
It's an initiative to get an order of operations so I can tell
oh my god.
in what order things are happening. There will be some stuff that happens on their turn, but they are not.
So they're gonna cast some
They
things on
don't
us.
seem
You know
to
what?
be trying
Fuck
to.
these guys. You know what? I've decided I want to kill them because I hate them. Actually,
They
that's what I've
don't
decided.
seem like they're wanting
Eldritch
to hurt
blast
you.
these fucking ugly, dumb, fucking idiot spider bitches.
Okay.
I look directly at fucking Neve's ex, and I'm like, you better jump the fuck off that web right now, or I'm gonna blast your goddamn head off your shoulders.
Whoa. She says, "Whoa, aggro."
And then he says, wrong answer! And I blast her.
Oh my god. All right. So that was, yeah, so Neve. Okay. And
Fuck, where'd my other D20? There it is.
Ambrose cast silence, so let me mark that off of his sheet as well. Oh, that's cause.
I think Ailstain like looks back at Neve before saying that. I think he's like, is this cool if I do this?
You see, she kind of shrugs. She's kind of just
And he
like,
says, okay, wrong answer.
she's like, we're here.
I'm gonna go ahead and say both of those probably fucking hit. The lower one was a 16. The higher one was a 21 to hit.
Let me just double check their AC because I forgot to write it down. Oh yeah, that hits.
All right. Whoops, I didn't mean to put that. Let's fucking roll damage, dude. That is 15 force damage
Jesus.
on her.
All right. Let's see.
And he flings those eldritch blasts as disrespectfully as possible.
Okay. Sorry, let me pull up her stat block. There it is. Sorry.
I targeted her because she seems to look a little bit different than the other ones, chat.
You said 15 damage?
15 force damage.
Okay.
I'm sorry, is this one's name K8?
It is.
Kate?
Correct. Yeah, their name is Kate. Yes.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, she is not. It's not her turn, and okay. Okay, cool. So you
and
you
then
attack her.
So let's see who all has done things. Neve did cast a second level healing words. She can't cast a spell, and unfortunately that was her bonus action, so she cannot enter wild shape. Although she should still be in wild shape, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it lasts 10 minutes. So she is still in wild.
Regardless though, she has used her bonus action, so I think, you know what? We should let the girls fight it out.
Okay,
Sacred Flame your ex.
go for it.
That's a dex save,
Oh, that's
unfortunately, which I imagine these fuckers are really good at.
Let's find out.
Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. No, don't give me a dex save.
Okay.
I said that out loud and realized, you know what? No. I don't want you to do a dex save because they're fucking spiders. So we're actually going to do a Starry Wisp on her.
Okay.
And that is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 2d8. Does she say anything as she fucking throws a Starry Wisp at her ex?
That's a good question. Yeah, she probably says a lot
Keep
of
in
shit,
mind-
honestly.
This is going to be 14 damage, so she can say some really hurtful things if she wants, and it'll actually hurt her.
Yeah, she hits her with a Starry Wisp. And I don't know, she's gotta say something like, because it's like starry and she worships the goddess of the moon and stars. So she's gotta, I think she probably says something like, this is what you get for casting aside our goddess and me and all of our friends.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking shacking up with this chuckle fuck.
Wait, are they fucking?
No, but I don't know.
Ew, downgrade, dude. Wait, I'm sorry, you downgraded from Neve to that? Neve, I'm so sorry. That is deeply disrespectful.
She's like, at this point, I'm not sure that it even matters.
And I think that would be all of our actions.
Okay.
After she takes that 14 damage. Is she bloodied? That's 29 damage total.
Yes, it is. Yes, she is bloodied. Yes. Let me mark that on her. God damn. Yeah, for sure she's bloodied. Yeah.
Still time to fucking leave.
Yeah, she I don't even know like what to say. She's like, we came here to talk and you're throwing shit at me. Yeah, I think that honestly she's like, that's really mature, Neve. We're just trying to have a conversation. And Neve is
I'm
like,
sorry, did I fucking stutter?
yeah, Neve is like, I'm sorry. She's like, oh, is it? And then she fucking throws like a Starry Wisp. Oh, I'm sorry, you're trying to talk. I can't hear you. What was that?
I think you guys misunderstood. We're not giving you a choice. You're leaving or you're dying.
Interesting. How long does silence last? Or it's a constant.
Oh, it lasts a while, yeah.
Is it a con or no? Is it
It's a concentration.
concentration?
But
Yes.
it lasts a good long while, long enough that any fight will conclude before it's done naturally.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 minutes, which is effectively 100 turns, chat. So unless this fight goes on for 100 turns, I think that's gonna remain.
So, all of them are sharing a turn, so they all get to go at the same time. Ailstain cannot be charmed. However, so I would like.
I had a fucking
The
feeling.
rest of them need to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Had a fucking feeling. I'm glad I took, You know, sometimes in D&D, you'll be like, wow, I really shouldn't just like rush into this room and just start fucking killing people. This is one of those times where that's not the case. I feel very justified in immediately choosing violence. A bunch of ugly ass spider motherfuckers show up in your room, you blast them. That's a 17 from Neve. That's a, oh God. That's a really big number. That's a 26 from Kaz.
Okay.
Ambrose has pretty bad wisdom. I'm nervous about this. Oh, that's a fucking 14. I guess that probably doesn't succeed. What's the DC?
Actually, oh, I forgot to have you do something earlier, but that's okay. I'll save that for the next round. That's okay. No, Ambrose fails.
Fuck.
You see that
Ambrose.
You see that Kitty casts suggestion on Ambrose. And she says stay still, won't you? And she begins to cocoon Ambrose. And he just willingly stands there and lets it happen.
I'm sorry, did she get closer to us? How's she doing that?
She can do it, like webs start to form around him.
What? Okay. Can we stop that somehow?
That's a good question.
Wait, she did that with suggestion?
Slimy creature. Well, so she cast suggestion. Oh no, you're right. Okay. Sorry, God, it's like the way that this is sectioned out is so fucking confusing. Okay, no, she casts suggestion. Ambrose is suggested
Okay.
that when they attempt to cocoon him, that he let it happen. So he's charmed in that way. I'm gonna mark him with a little pink thing to suggest that he is charmed. Oh fuck. Well, okay, blue instead because he's off the screen. Oh wait, no, I can just do this. What? I'm so stupid. What the fuck? Pink. No, not blue and pink. Damn it. Damn it. No. Okay. Pink. Anyway, so yes, Ambrose is charmed. Ambrose is charmed. He is.
Well,
suggested.
he's not charmed. He's just following the suggestion.
Yes.
But so then where are the webs coming? Like, is that
not yet? So they are going to attempt to web him on their next turn.
I see. Okay. I was like, suggestion definitely does not do that.
So that was 3 of them, but because, well, they all attempted to cast it, but you are immune to it, and they know that now. So that is the end of their turns.
I see.
However, I forgot they are all still doing that kind of mesmerizing dance. So it's back to top of the order. Each creature who can see them dancing needs to give me a charisma saving throw. So that's all of you.
Is this a charm of some sort?
Okay, that's true. Yeah, so Ambrose already charmed, you immune to charm. So Neve and Kaz need to give me a charisma save.
Okay. Neve and Kaz. So glad I chose violence. They super deserve it. That is a... Hang on, let me get back to their sheets. Wait, what save was
Charisma.
that? Just a charisma save? Okay.
Yes.
14 for Kaz, and then... Oh, Neve has a -1? Son of a bitch. 15.
That succeeds.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah,
Does
nothing happens.
does Oz succeed?
Sorry, what did he get?
14, I think. Fuck, I already moved the die.
That succeeds, yes. So
Can't remember,
luckily
actually.
for
I
you,
think it was a 14.
luckily, yes, that succeeds. Okay,
Damn,
and now
is
it's
it -1 to charisma.
it's Neve's turn again.
Neva's so uncharismatic, bro. Wait, is Arachne not doing anything?
No, he's chilling.
Okay, we just can't hear him anymore. We're like, shut up.
Although on their turns, while they were trying to suggest to you, Bella kind of, specifically to Neve, but also to like all of you, she kind of is like, oh, come on, Neve. Don't you want to be surrounded by friends? You know, we could be together.
Wait. I'm a fool. I have to re-roll Ambrose's roll.
Why?
He has advantage on wisdom saving throws
Okay, great.
because of Beacon of Hope.
You're right. He succeeded.
Wait, +2, 16.
That succeeds.
Let's fucking go! Beacon of Hope, baby!
Oh my god. Yeah, you just saved yourself a lot of trouble.
Oh my god, yes! Beacon of Hope! And the best part is, it's not an area spell. It's just, it happens, and then we just fucking have it until it ends. We don't have to fucking stay here. Sorry, it just occurred to me that I like accidentally did something really smart, and I got really excited.
That's okay. No worries. But yeah, Bella's essentially just be like, don't you want to be together? Like, you're really sweet. I'd hate to see you filled with buttered popcorn just roaming around and being a nuisance. You deserve so much better than that.
I think Ailstein turns to Neve and he's like, you know what? She's all yours. You work out what you need to work out.
She like cracks her knuckle. She like does that thing where she like pops her neck.
Is it our turns again?
It is.
Okay. In that case, Ailstein is going to take his final potion of healing, and because of Beacon of Hope, he's going to max heal.
Okay. To 10.
And that would be fucking 2d4 plus 2, so that's 10 health.
Mm-hmm.
So he's up at 42 HP now.
Okay.
He said this shit was difficult terrain, which means he should be able to move 3 squares, and he's just gonna start smacking the shit out of Kitty.
Okay, great.
And he says, "How fucking dare you try pulling that shit on my friend?"
You see, yeah, she just kind of smiles at you and is like, you don't want to join our family?
Says, "Oh, you're gonna know pain, the likes of which you've never known before."
Oh my god.
And he rolls 2 attacks on her.
Okay.
I'm going to assume that both of these hit because the lower one was, well, actually, maybe not. It's a 15, and then the higher one's a 21.
They both hit.
Okay. And then damage time. Let's fucking slaughter this asshole. Oh, I didn't even. I forgot to re-roll my damage die when it came to. Oh, wait, no, that. Never mind. I'm riding the high of Beacon of Hope and
Okay.
like assuming that I've forgotten other stuff, but I didn't.
Okay, great.
Okay, so that is
better roll was 6 and 3. So then what's the lightning damage on that? Reroll that one. Great, a 3. So that's 9 plus 3 slashing damage. That's 12 plus 3 lightning damage. Are they immune or vulnerable to either of those?
Great question. What were they? You said lightning. Sorry.
12 slashing, 3 lightning.
Sorry, this thing takes a minute to load. No, you have a silvered sword, so it's full damage.
Okay, so that's 15 damage from the first attack.
Okay.
And then reroll that 2. That is 11 plus 3, 14 damage with the second attack.
God.
15 and
damn.
14.
So that is Jesus Christ. Yeah, you have successfully knocked Kitty and Bella to bloodied like immediately.
How's Kitty doing? Is she still smiling and being silly?
Yeah, she's really hurt. But you can see her like her eyes dart to Arachne. And she is still smiling and being like, "Come on. You really want to join our family."
Says, "That's right. Just smile through the pain."
Oh my
He
god.
slashes her a second time.
Jesus. All right. Who's next?
So that was Ailstain. Who else is gonna do some serious damage? I feel like we should focus a little bit. We should probably focus Kitty and Bella.
Okay.
I think Ambrose and Neve going after Bella, while Ailstain and Kaz go after Kitty makes sense. Although I'm gonna keep Kaz over here on the platform to guard our squishy people. He's gonna go right there. And let's just focus on Kitty for a minute here.
Okay.
He's going. Oh, I should have had him fucking guiding bolt before I could have done fucking double damage if I did a crit. Let's have him use his last first level guiding bolt on Kitty.
Okay.
All right, yeah. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Dirty
Also-
slutty 20.
It's not immediately important or really important at all, but something I do wish to share with you is that this one in the corner, Crabbit, Crabbit does not use pronouns, so you must only refer to Crabbit by saying Crabbit's name.
I will be referring to Crabbit as ugly.
Okay, great.
I will not respect Crabbit enough to use Crabbit's name.
Okay, great.
I will say, hey, I will strictly be using the word ugly.
Fantastic. No pronouns,
It's ugly
just
one,
ugly.
ugly 1, ugly 2, ugly 3, and ugly 4.
Awesome. Love that.
And that's 14 radiant damage from Kaz. And
To
next
Kitty?
attack has advantage. Yes.
Okay.
Next attack has advantage.
All right. Kitty is almost critical.
Oh, perfect. Love it. That's a lot of fucking damage though. These fuckers got a lot of health. Honestly, knowing that, I'm like, maybe we just have Ambrose blast a starry wisp at Kitty and just try to finish them off, huh? Yeah, fuck it. Finish them off, Ambrose.
Okay.
That is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
And then that's 2d8. Where is my other d8? There it is. Oh my god. An 8 and a 7. That's 15 radiant damage.
Oh, Kitty is dead. You watch as Ambrose shoots a star into Kitty's chest. It blasts her.
Wait, hold. I just realized advantage. Let me just roll again to make sure it's not a crit.
It doesn't matter.
It was not a crit. No, it was not a crit. It would be really funny if it was also a crit. But anyway, sorry, keep going.
You watch as she is like ejected from the webs, and gets caught up in them as she falls, and her body just like hangs like it's like caught around her ankle, and her body is just like swinging lifelessly below you in the air.
I think Ailstein turns very slowly to face K8 over here. It's just like, and I think we get a glimpse of that like sort of like deathly look on his face again, like that like lich appearance.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Neve gets a look at it this time.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly to how Kaz and Ambrose have.
Mm.
And he looks at K8 and he says, "You're next."
You see that they just smile at you. Like, they don't really seem to care.
Well,
I
still gonna be fun for him regardless.
I will say, when Kitty falls, Arachne stands up from his cocoon, turns and disappears into his cocoon.
Coward! Oh, was it scary seeing your friend die? Oh, little baby scared. Okay.
That was
We have we have a few more. Or also Kaz took his action.
So it's just Neve. Then?
It's just Neve bullying her ex now.
True.
And let's see, what are we gonna have her do? Is there supposed to be music playing right now?
There is music playing. It's just kind of quiet.
Not playing for me. Fucking, how many spell slots does she have left?
Not too many. She's got.
I'm gonna have her do an arrow first.
Did she use? She used another first level, didn't she? For her guidance.
No, she was going to use a second healing word, but she didn't get a chance to because she only had one bonus action.
Okay, yeah. So she's got all her third levels and 3 first levels.
Have her do an arrow on Bella, I guess.
Okay.
That's almost certainly gonna hit. That's a 23 to hit.
That hits. Can't wait for him to have a full Resident Evil boss transformation once you get to him. Oh.
Well, now it's gonna happen now that you've said that. That's 9 radiant damage.
Okay. On Bella?
From Neve.
All right.
How's Bella looking after that?
Hurting. Not quite not quite critical yet, but hurting.
Okay. In that case,
Certainly bloodied.
maybe she won't like the sound of a first level guiding bolt.
Maybe.
Let's give her one of those, huh?
Okay.
That's a nat 20, baby. Nat 20. Nat
Okay.
20.
Okay, great. Awesome.
Neve got a nat 20 to kill her ex.
Neve is like the embodiment of her goddess's wrath and rage and all. Neve is currently like the definition of feminine rage. She's like it's like if there were ever a moment to be like the epitome of anger and like just like fuck your ex, like this is it.
So that's going to be a 14 radiant damage doubled to 28?
Bell of Belzon evaporates into dust. There is no body to hang from the webs or caught in the rafters. She is Thanos snapped dust.
She did the ah!
Literally.
Does she stop smiling right before she dies?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. That's my only goal. Make them stop smiling. Their smiles are irritating me.
That was crazy. That's some psycho shit is what's happening.
Ailstan like looks at her and he's like, "How you feeling?"
She says, "I don't want to talk right now."
Fair enough. And then he turns back to K8. Back to you.
Okay. Ambrose, Kaz, and Neve need to give me wisdom saving throws.
Ambrose, Kaz, and wait, there's only 2 of them left. Are they all
You're
casting
so
that
right.
spell?
Okay. Actually, you're right. Ambrose and Kaz and Neve need to give me saving throws.
Okay. They do have advantage because of Beacon of Hope.
That's true.
Damn, Beacon of Hope coming in clutch.
Absolute clutch.
Beacon of Hope and Protection from Evil and Good. Protection of Evil and Good is a full denial, and then Beacon of Hope is like, you're probably not getting through, actually.
That was
Sorry.
that was a good idea for you to cast that right away.
Yeah, that's with advantage. That's going to be a fucking 24 for Kaz. And then for Neve, it's gonna be a little bit less, 15, because she has a -1. God damn it.
That succeeds.
Okay,
All right, that's their turns.
thank God, because the other one would have failed. It was a 13 -1, 12.
They are still not attacking you. They are just continuously trying to be like, come on, like it would be so much fun. You could live forever here, and you'd be so powerful. You'd have a family. Isn't that what you want?
Us live forever. You're not even gonna live 10 minutes.
Jesus Christ. All right, that's back to you.
Unfortunately, you said, is this net also difficult terrain or no?
Yes.
Okay, so then in that case, Ailstan is going to be trudging closer to K8, but it's going to take a while. 5, 10, 15, and then double that to 30. He only can get here.
Damn.
So he's just like through the fucking webs.
You could try ranged attacks.
Yeah, I think he's gonna blast 2 Eldritch blasts off to the right at Crabbit while he's doing this.
Okay.
He like maintains eye contact with K8, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, you're gonna get to taste my blade." I'm gonna say I think both of those hit. That's a 19 and a 16. Both of those plus 6. So yeah, 24 and wait. 15
Even
plus, that's
on
22.
even on the die, those hit. So don't worry.
Okay.
About it.
Okay, fantastic.
They only have an AC of 14.
Fantastic. Okay, great. And then I need to check some things really quick. Because I need to make sure this stuff doesn't apply to Eldritch Blast. I don't think they do, but I want to double check. Yes, Savage Attacker is only for damage with a melee weapon. And then I'm pretty sure, yeah, Great Weapon Fighting, obviously only for great weapons. And then, does, bless you.
Thanks.
A weapon can only, yeah, okay. So Crimson Right only applies to the weapon it's applied to. Damn, okay. So no bonus damage, but okay. Roll some freaking D10s, brother. Ooh, that's a fucking 8 and a 7. Could not see the 8 at first. So that's 15 force damage on Crabbit.
Sorry, what?
15 force damage on Crabbit.
Damn, you keep doing exactly the same amount of damage on all of these people.
Yeah. Well, part of it's also that like my slashes, like so I'm rolling D6, but I get to re-roll 1s and 2s. So it trends towards 3s to 6s.
Yeah.
And then I get to, on most of my rolls, or half of my rolls, I get to fucking like roll those twice. So it trends even higher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that it's just like a weird math thing, but makes them do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And I guess that's, now here's a question.
Uh-huh.
We did just kill 2 people.
Yes.
If Ailstain used his Crimson Right, not his Crimson Right, his Blood Curse to move either Kitty or Bella when they died, because it doesn't have to be on his turn, it can just be as a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Could he use his Blood Curse to get them to move over to attack Crabbit or K8, one of them?
They would not have the movement to get there.
Okay. I was like wondering if maybe they move faster on the webs than like normal terrain or something.
No, it's just normal terrain for them.
Okay, because 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Are you sure? Because where Bella was, I don't know that she'd be able to get to Crabbit, but she would have been able to get to K8, I think, because she was like right here, right?
Yeah, let me...
So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Oh my god, why
30.
isn't it opening?
I think she could have gotten right here. That would have been the end of her movement.
Can you fucking load, please? God.
Oh, wait, no, never mind. Up to half its speed. Never mind. Cancel all that. I forgot that it can only move up to half its speed.
Okay, then yeah, no.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm just trying to find ways to creatively kill these things as quick as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. So that's his turn. That's Ailstain's turn.
Is Ambrose still concentrating on that silence, by the way?
I mean, why not?
Okay.
Might as well. He's not concentrating on anything else.
Yeah.
Keep that bitch silent.
I mean, he's not there anymore.
I like my ugly twinks silent, dude.
Okay, great. All right.
So Ambrose, Kaz, and Neve still need to take their turns, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Let's have, what's the range on Starry Wisp? It's 60. I think that should be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay, yeah, so they can't reach Crabbit, but they can shoot K8.
Okay.
Or is it supposed to be Kate?
I think it's supposed
Is it Kate or K8?
I think it's supposed to be Kate.
Okay. Well, Kate is about to suffer a Starry Wisp.
Barrage.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's a 25 to hit. God damn, Ambrose. All right.
That hits. Ambrose is sick of this shit.
He saw Ailstain's like spooky face and it made him upset. That's
Yeah.
8 radiant damage.
Okay.
So that's 8 radiant and damage to K8. I'm trying to like keep track of what I've done so that I can strategize.
Okay.
And then Kaz will do. Now that Kate is damaged, do a Toll the Dead. Give me a wisdom save, Kate.
I don't think that's gonna go very well for her. What is her wisdom? 10.
Doesn't do it. That's 2d12 necrotic.
Ooh.
He didn't roll great. Yeah, he rolled low end damage 11.
I don't even need a calculator for that. All right. They're not happy about it.
And then I don't think Kaz gets any cool bonus actions that he can use here. Yeah, no, he doesn't. So then I guess it's all Neve.
Okay.
Give us another arrow, Neve. That's a spell attack. That's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Button has come to say hi.
I hear him. It's his Denver.
That's
type.
8 damage
Okay.
on Kate. How's Kate looking?
Bloodied.
Nice. It's just such a process, dude.
Yeah.
And then what is her action gonna be? Give me a freaking, never mind. They're probably really dexterous. Yeah, fuck it. Just another attack roll.
Okay.
That's a dirty 20. That hits.
That hits.
And then that's Starry Wisp. That's 2d8. That's 7 plus 3. That's 10 damage.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, she is really hurting.
Nice.
Bleeding profusely.
But not critical.
No.
Okay. I think that's all of our actions and bonus actions
Christ.
and the like.
Okay. Well. Let's see.
Actually, can we go ahead and have them start getting onto these webs?
Yeah.
Since fucking what's their dick is so far away. So I think Kaz could get here because of the, well, no, here because of the difficult terrain, right? Or no, 5, 10, but yeah, okay, here because of the difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Ambrose would use 10 feet and then be able to move 2 more squares. And then Neve could get to here.
Yeah.
And then they're done.
Cool. Yep, they all move. Great.
I don't want to have to like waste a turn walking towards Crabbit for everyone, you know?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So now that Kate is almost dead, she is like, she looks like sick of just fucking standing here. And she kind of like starts frothing at the mouth a little bit and launches herself at you.
Oh, okay. Great.
So let's see. Which of these things does she want to do? Yeah, let's do...
Fantastic. Get real close up on me. It's going to make meleeing you so much easier.
Okay, let's see. Okay, she did 2 attacks, 1 hit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, that is 4, 5, 6, 7 piercing damage. And you need to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Well, is it on nail stain?
Yes.
Disadvantage. Because of protection from evil and good.
I rolled higher.
Okay, great. How much damage was it?
4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. 7 piercing damage. And you need to give me a con save.
I think, actually, we're going to use the Amulet of False Endurance to reduce that damage.
Okay.
So we're going to do... D4 plus 1 for each damage you reduce. So we gotta freaking roll that, brother. That would be. So I rolled 2 2s. It says 4, 5, 6. You said it was 7 damage?
Yes.
So he only takes 1 damage.
Great. And then give me a con save.
I actually have to do 2 saves.
Oh, to maintain your spell.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, I think they... Well, I know the concentrate succeeds because I got a 9 plus 2, 11. But the other one was a 13.
That just
save against whatever
succeeds.
they were doing.
That
okay.
Just succeeds.
Fantastic.
All right.
I get to keep protection from evil and good.
All right. And then, so that is K8. Crabbit is going to approach as well. You see they swing down. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. They swing down to here. And are going to attempt one last time to cast Suggestion on Neve. So give me one more saving throw. Wisdom.
Who has advantage? Do-do-do-do-do. Damn, they're targeting the one person on our team that has... Oh, no, it's a wisdom save, right?
Yeah.
Charisma. That's right. Hell yeah, thank God for advantage. That's going to be an 18.
That succeeds. And that is the end of their turn.
Beacon of Hope fucking rules, dude.
Yes.
So it's our turns again?
Yep.
I think Ailstein pops his neck and he says, "Make peace with your God."
My God. They go, heck no?
I just realized I forgot to adjust his health down 1 point. Okay. Actually, let me just roll the first attack and not and not roll the other one just yet. That's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Let me determine just how much damage this is gonna do. Oh, I get to re-roll both of those because they were both 2s. Okay, so that's 2 5s, and then that's 10, 13. So that's 13 plus 4, so that's a total of 17 damage to Kate.
Oh yeah, Kate, fucking sloughs over dead.
Oh, and you know what that means?
Get to use her body like a puppet.
Yep. He jams his sword directly through her head.
and like shoots those same ribbons in after it, puppeting her body. And he says, "Now you deal with ugly." See, I didn't use no pronouns. You're just ugly.
Okay, she will use half her movement. Well,
Half her movement, but this isn't difficult terrain for her, so she should be able to get to Crabbit.
yes.
I do need to take a d6 of damage though.
Okay.
That is 3 HP.
And she does hit.
Also, she gets not advantage. She gets a never mind. If she hit, that's fine. It just gives a +3, I think, to her attack.
All right. Crabbit takes 8 damage, and then Kate falls through the webbing, and becomes like wrapped up in it as she like her body descends.
Nice.
And I believe, hold on, let me do some math really quick. Yeah, Crabbit is just bloodied.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Well, Crabbit's dying this time. I think this time around, this might be it for old Crabbit.
For old Crabbit.
Crabbit, you did nothing the whole fight.
They cast suggestion a bunch of times, and it did not work.
You didn't even have pronouns the whole time. You literally did nothing.
Yeah. So true, bestie.
24 to hit from Ambrose doing a Starry Wisp.
That hits.
In that, my God, I keep losing track of all my die. Oh, he did really good damage that time. 8 + 4, that's 12.
Okay.
12 damage total from old Ambrose.
Yeah, it's not quite critical, but Crabbit is almost dead for sure.
You know what? This feels like it's Neve's day, you know? This feels like Neve is particularly having a bad time right now.
Uh-huh.
I need to let her let out some of her frustrations.
Okay,
So
great.
she's gonna go ahead and hit him with an old arrow really quick.
Okay.
That's gonna be a freaking what is that? A 24 to hit? That's gonna do it.
That hits, yeah.
Fuck. Forgot where it was. I think it's a D8 + 4, right? Yep. A lot of like little damage whittling away at these guys.
Yeah.
That's only 6 damage, unfortunately.
Yeah,
2 + 4.
that does not quite do it. Still almost critical, but not quite.
She does have her action though. So now she's gonna cast fucking, you know what? Starry Wisp. Been hitting.
Been hitting.
Let's do it again.
Been hitting.
That's 12 + 7. That's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
All right, my brain's slowly shutting down. I've been doing so much math
So
today.
much
My brain
math.
is slowly like
so much combat,
you
so
can't-
much math.
my brain's getting to the point where it's like you can't do 12 + 7 anymore, dude.
Nah.
That's gonna be a 13 total radiant damage.
Yeah, and with that, Crabbit falls through the webbing.
Thank God, fucking Christ.
All right.
Do they at least like hit the ground in like a funny way? Like do they like
They
hit
don't
every
hit-
like
they-
support beam?
They don't hit the ground. They all get caught
That's
in the
right.
webbing and swing.
I wanna shoot like I wanna shoot fucking Eldritch blasts to like make them swing more
Okay.
comically.
Awesome. You do that.
I shoot it at the web that's holding them up so that they fucking fall comically to the floor. I'm trying to like angle them so if there's any like support beams or anything, they do that thing where like a bad guy dies but then like falls and comically hits like a beam or something. It goes boom.
Yeah. You have successfully defeated those were spiders.
I don't like the way you said that.
They fall. And for the moment, nothing happens. No more seem to be coming at you. You don't hear Arachne, who's disappeared into his darkened cocoon. You have a moment to rest, it seems.
Have we seen more than 4 were spiders?
Yes. Not on your way here, yes. Looking up into the rafters, you don't see anymore, but it is dark, and you hear foots. You hear footsteps and crawling, skittering on canvas. There are more here, but the ones before you are defeated.
This is so much killing.
You are able to take a moment to rest if you would like it.
Sure.
And with that, we will end today's episode. Next time on Poll for Initiative, Arachne versus Ailstain.